start in the town, the small village of Hillcrest. Ātukaan is in his family home with his wife, Amalea, and his daughter, Amuea. It is pouring down with rain outside. It is the evening. A knock on the door.
You find Ātukaan in his usual space, his little comfort zone, away in his thoughts. He hears the door knock. He's almost a little bit on edge, but not quite. He's home, but he's also surprised at the knock at the door. Ātukaan wants to just check if Amuia is still doing what she's doing.
Yep.
Amelia's still there. He slowly rises.
Yep.
And makes his way to the door.
You go to the door. Everyone, all three of you make perception rolls.
10.
19.
5.
Amalea, as your husband, Ātukaan, is going to the door, you hear the creaking of the back door opening through the kitchen on the other side of the building, the other side of your small house.
Oh. I think Amalea would look at Amuea and say, tell her to go somewhere safe. Go to that place that we talk about.
Why?
Trust me. And then she goes to investigate the back door.
Okay, let's look at the map. Here is Ātukaan, Amalea, and Amuea's. This is Amalea. This is Amuea. Okay, this is your small house. This is Amuea's bedroom. That's Amalea and Ātukaan's bedroom. Kitchen, like a workspace. Back door. Ātukaan's come to the front door. What are you doing?
Ātukaan looks at Amuia, Amelia. Get to safety. And he just begins to draw his sword as he tries. Is there a window?
There are windows. Yep, there's a window right in front of the table.
Okay.
It's dark outside.
Ātukaan waits until Amuia, Amelia are kind of behind a closed door. It could be Amelia's room.
Okay.
Room that we...
Move yourselves, guys.
All right. I go here, but kind of only a little bit. She's still peeking through.
Okay. All right. So you head into the bedrooms, and you open the door, right? You open the door, and there's a man. The moment you open the door, he pushes it open, bursts in, and tries to push his way past you. Ah.
Ooh.
Well, he could try.
He could try. Make a strength roll.
Okay. 14
plus your strength modifier. I get a 17. He does very well.
Ooh, my strength is +2. 16.
16. He pushes you past. Boom, 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 and rushes in. He is armed, and he says, "Servant of the light, you die tonight." He looks over his shoulder, and he definitely can see someone from behind you. Amalea, you're the fastest.
Oh, I've hidden in my room.
Amalea.
Sorry. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I run straight to my room and I go get my prayer candles under my bed and I just load myself up with one and I just stand behind my door and I'm ready to like jab it in someone's ear when they come in. I'm holding for action.
Okay, you're bracing yourself. Amalea.
I think from seeing the commotion, Amalea screams, and she gets there's are umbrellas a thing in this universe?
Not really.
Dang, all
But
right.
there are walking sticks.
There's a walking stick there by the door, and she picks it up, and she runs out to try and be with her husband.
Excellent. And as you come around, you see that a second person, the shadow from the fire in the kitchen, casts a shadow coming in, that someone is coming in from the back room.
Yes.
Yay. Oh, I'll be him.
You're the goon.
Yeah. Okay. I need a persona.
While you can think of that because it'll come around to your turn in a second. You've been pushed in. The door is wide open. What are you doing?
Ātukaan senses that Amelia is now behind him, which is what he didn't want, but he shields her slightly, draws his sword, and goes in for attack on big guy.
You move in. Make a roll.
16 plus... If I +6 on the longsword, yes.
Easily, you slice into him. Roll damage. And you feel the light of Muketi flowing through you.
I do.
Strong.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
You need one.
I got 3 plus 2, 5.
Still alive. They are armed with
Ooh, plus 2 for longsword, right? 1d8
Yes.
plus 2. Sorry.
nice. So it is still alive.
Oh.
It is your turn, buddy.
Oh, I get a turn. And he slithers in behind and he says, "They call me the snake." And he takes 2 lunges at Ātukaan and he says, "Here comes the fangs." Stab, stab, stab. I'm rolling twice. I get 2 attacks with my +4 daggers.
They're not quite +4.
I don't know if I add anything.
Yes, I'm handing you your character sheet right now.
Character sheet.
Okay. There you go. There's your character sheet.
Ooh, I rolled 13 twice.
You don't have your armor on, I'm assuming.
No, I don't. He's at home. He's quite relaxed.
Caught you unawares.
Oh,
How about you?
Oh!
7.
Yes, he feels
7.
it.
no.
And the one in front of you now has you flanked as, what's your name? Fangs?
The snake. Some people call me Fangs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sure.
Fangs. Also known.
Yes.
As he, the guy in front of you with the his short sword, slices for you. He only gets 1 attack, but it's at advantage, and he gets a 17.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
You don't have armor, dude.
Oh, damn it. That's right. Darn!
Oh, and you take another 6 hit points of damage.
I'll take that.
God.
And it comes around to Amoya. You hear fighting and stuff like that in the bed in the other room.
Yep. I'm aware. Just thinks about her dad, and she has pictures of him fighting, and she thinks, right, this is the chance I'm going to get to show my father. And then she kicks down the door, but it doesn't budge, and she just hurts her leg, and she sits down. And she's like, next time.
Amalea.
Amalea is in a panic, seeing that her husband is being under attack. So she tries to push away the snake from him, and she goes, "Get away from my man!" And she, with the God, that's how we do. Yes. With the cane, and she gonna wax him.
Go
in
for
the
it. Roll a
face.
20.
28. Oh, 17 plus 4 to hit
Ooh.
random household items.
Boom!
That's a hit.
That hits me. Ow. Ooh, how much do you hit me for?
1d4.
1d4. Which one? Hang on. With 1 hit point away from you.
Ow. That really hurt my feelings.
Ātukaan.
Ātukaan, seeing the closed space that they're in, wants to almost like use his back to bump his wife back
Okay.
towards the bookcase, draws his sword, and he wants to divine smite these dudes right now.
Okay.
Please. Get a bit too close for comfort.
Who are you attacking? The one that you've just attacked, or
If I was to
whatever your
step
name
here
is?
and
No, not the snake.
Okay.
Kill
If
him.
you go back like that,
Yes.
and
Yes.
they won't be able to get opportunity attacks on
Yes.
you. All right.
push it back.
Okay. You can try to push her back at disadvantage. Go ahead.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
15, 11
11 plus your strength thing.
is plus 2.
Do you want to be pushed back or not?
Sure.
Yeah, a little nudge,
Okay.
little bum, like bum
back.
nudge.
Fine.
My man.
Excellent. Great. Thank you. Now make your smite attack. Who are you going for?
Oh, can I go for both of them?
No.
No, man. Okay. I'm gonna go for big boy. Like
You
this.
have to choose.
I'm just saying.
No! Oopsie.
Can I use an inspiration?
Yes, you
Yes,
can.
I can, because that was a snake. One
Ooh,
snake.
lucky.
Come on. 12 plus 6, which is 18 plus 2. Oh no, that's on damage.
Yeah, look.
18.
And the power Muketi infuses into you. Yeah, you do your normal damage. This is the first time you've used smite. You get to add an extra D8.
Nice.
Okay.
you got one.
7.
And your normal sword damage.
Sword damage, which was 1d8 plus 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
so roll
do
again.
it.
6 plus 2. 8.
15, and under your blow, Muketi, he's annihilated and is gone.
And as he
Just
swings that way, then his sword aims straight to Snake, Mr. Snake Eyes, and goes, "Don't you dare move a muscle."
glass shatters. Amawea, the window of the room that you're in breaks open.
Oh no!
And a man enters and jumps on your bed. He's got a crossbow in his hand.
Oh my gosh!
And Fang, Snake, whatever your name is, it is your turn.
Snake, as all their heads swivel, as they hear the window shatter, the snake goes, and then he stabs at Ātukaan.
How many times?
He stabs once. That is 17.
It hits.
I think I found my mark. Yeah. Excellent. That is, that's a bit of damage. 5.
Ātukaan!
And then as he stabbed forward with this, another hand's already flicked under the other one and he throws one at Amalea.
Amalea, uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh! 4!
She matrixes it.
as he throws the knife, it sails over her limber body.
Yeah. And as Ātukaan sees that knife sail real close to his wife, like just something just like tenses up in him as he looks you dead in the eye. And I'm like, I am going to kill you. Yeah.
The dagger flew through your hand, past Amalea and embeds in the door of Amawea's room.
Yeah.
Amawea.
Oh yeah, okay. Immediately at the sight of this man on my bed, she screams and she goes, "Ah!" And then she just suddenly takes a deep breath and she sees her dad flash in her eyes and she said, "My father told me to never talk to strangers. I'll kill you instead." She kicks the weak bed leg of one of her that's been made with books. She kicks it in hopes that she tilts the bed down.
That is so good. That is so good.
18.
He makes a dex saving throw and rolls a 6.
Nice.
Even with his incredible +3 dexterity, because this guy is the boss. Still fails.
Nice.
And falls and is at disadvantage through the rest of the turn.
And she finishes her turn by running to the door and saying, "Papa!" That was so good.
The door is still closed, or are you opening the door?
I opened the door, sorry, yeah.
And the door is open.
Yeah.
And you say, "Papa." Amalea?
Amalea hears the cries of her child and she turns around and she sees that she is threatened, so she goes Tiger Mom on her. And she goes 1, 2, 3. She takes the dagger out from the door that was from the Fangy boy. 4, 5, and tries to kind of swap places with her daughter to get in between.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah?
I'm hide behind you.
And she said, "Do not touch my daughter," and then she slashes him. Oh, at advantage.
At advantage.
Advantage. I mean, it was already.
Family unit.
Go.
Both 11.
11.
11 plus 4.
15. You hit.
15. Oh,
Yes.
that's good.
Right in his earlobe.
Lobotomize him.
4 plus 2, 6 damage as she slashes down his face.
He's too tough for that. He's still around. He is still around.
And she looks back at Amuhe and she says, "My child, go hide."
Okay. And I hide under your skirt.
Oh my goodness.
He pushes himself up on the bed. He's got his crossbow loaded, and he shoots at you, but he's right in front of you, so it's
At disadvantage.
It's at disadvantage. The crossbow bolt is a good shot, but it's only a 10. What's your armor class?
A 12.
Oh, yes.
Misses you.
Yes.
And then in the room, toe to toe with Ātukaan, is Snake.
All I need is one of my fangs to dispatch you.
You chose the wrong house to slither into, Snake.
Is it your turn?
No,
No, I'm just
he's
listening.
just bantering with you.
Because I've already acted because I stabbed at him and then threw a knife.
That's right.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's how
Yeah.
the knife embedded in,
Okay,
the
fine.
door.
Yeah. So I think it
We've
goes
gone
bang,
into normal-
bang. I think it's Ātukaan's turn.
Okay, Ātukaan.
Okay. Then
You're right. You're right. I apologize. Yeah,
Okay.
Ātukaan.
Ātukaan, determined to get rid of this vermin in his house. He goes, you chose the wrong house to come into. And then, he's he wants to end this thing's life.
Okay.
Go on, try.
13 plus 6.
Oh dear.
It's
Nice language.
1d8 damage plus.
Plus your normal plus.
So 6
Ooh, nice.
plus 2.
Oh.
8.
The snake tries to wriggle out the way, and he goes. But then the sword just like catches him like deep in his guts, and he goes.
Oh.
I slithered my last.
And see how his hand is up like that? On his forearm, just below his wrist, is a tattoo of Vordun.
My hand was a paid actor.
Ātukaan takes note of that mark. Is he familiar with the mark?
Yes, you've seen the mark of Vordun in the back in tie safe.
Yes,
in
the
tie
buckets.
safe.
He whispers, Vordun. And then he rushes, hearing the scream of his daughter. He wants to rush towards
Okay,
the
you
door.
can move yourself 6.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Swap my daughter out with.
She's under.
No. Oh, you're under the skirt, so you're actually there.
Hidden.
And I'm right behind.
And it's cramped in her bedroom.
Is there a way I can get them to just kind of be behind me?
yet.
Okay, sweet.
That's you. That's your turn.
Okay, that's my turn.
Your turn.
Great. The guy's standing up now,
dead.
right? As I peek under my mum's skirt, I can see his feet, and I know that my mother likes to keep butter knives in her socks, just in case she has to peel potatoes. So she grabs the butter knife. How do you feel about that? It's
Oh,
cool.
I love it. Yeah. How does Ātukaan feel about it?
I like being buttered up.
She goes for a sneak attack, and she grabs the butter knife, and she just peels underneath the skirt, and just goes into his foot, and goes back under.
Come on.
Come on.
Please.
50!
Yes!
This is armor class.
Yeah.
Okay,
Spot on.
Good girl.
1d8.
It's not a D6.
I was thinking evens or odds.
Oh yeah. That's
was
good.
even.
Evens is 1.
Great.
You do 1 extra hit point.
And the big toe. That makes you feel unbalanced, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
know what you
Can't
wanna do
stand
about
it.
Good luck.
He can't stand.
Might fall over again. I don't
He's
know.
probably gonna fall over.
Yeah. He's gonna hit his head on the corner of the furniture.
Yeah. Where there's a big X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I keep my axes in my
Exactly,
daughter's room.
My daughter's room.
Okay, Amalea.
Amalea sees that he howls in pain, and she says, "Good girl," and then she goes for another attack and slashes upwards this time.
Yeah.
But because her daughter is still technically threatened,
Yes.
she gets double advantage.
Yes.
Oh,
We've given Amalea a tiger mom ability.
Yeah,
That
you
whenever her daughter is in danger, she gets advantage on all her attacks.
Natural 20. That is a
let's go.
double damage. All right.
Going Albert on him.
What? That's not a D4. This is a D4.
You guys with your overrolling, I don't know.
Plus 2.
She rolled max
That's
damage.
10.
Max damage.
That's max damage.
10 points of hit.
And he is gone.
Yeah, she got him like a fish. She is preparing for dinner. She goes, and like the blood splatters upwards. And then she looks at Ātukaan and she says, "Dinner is almost ready."
And like, there is a sense of admiration. There's like fear, but admiration in the eyes of Ātukaan as he looks at his wife and he says, I know.
You're gonna have a sister.
And that's like, Ātukaan just looks at her. I love it when you talk dirty. And then,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
that was, so he's dead.
And he's dead. He goes down.
Ātukaan, okay. Ātukaan again checks like the rest to make sure that he was a part of the.
Dinner's almost ready.
And I'm going to take over those characters now.
Good luck with what we've given you.
Yeah, my family is bad.
Yeah, they are.
Almost ready.
Hopefully we did it proud and justice.
You check the wrist of the man with the crossbow.
Yep.
Yeah, he was actually tough, by the way. I especially made him.
To be
He was
quite
all right.
He
He was all
He
right.
didn't do anything. He has the tattoo of the mark of Vordun again on his forearm. And Amalea comes over and peeks down and says, "What is that?"
That is something that doesn't concern you now, my daughter.
What?
But my wife. And then, but if they are aware of where I am, then this is not the last that we will see of them.
What do you mean it's not my concern? 3 armed men just came into this house, threatening us and also our daughter. Is this definitely like my concern?
Yes, but they were after me.
Well, then you better stop them.
That is the plan, my dear.
Then what are you doing about it? I don't want her, pointing to Amuea, to ever have this happen again.
It won't. And it also means that you are not safe here.
No, that we agree on.
And so, you need to get our girl to the place
Okay,
that we only know.
okay.
Um,
What have you done that has caused this?
It is something that I thought Muketi, well, I still think Muketi wants me to do. I walked out, because I still doubt I'm where I'm supposed to be. I know my place is here looking after you and Amelia, but I also know my heart. Muketi wants me to be with questionable company. But again, I don't want you to be concerned about me or what I'm doing, just as long as you two are safe. That is all.
And she grabs you by the forearm, and she says, "I never want this to happen to my daughter again."
Without Ātukaan saying anything, with everything within him, he agrees.
She then turns away and starts grabbing clothes, grabs Amuea by the arm, and just starts packing up emergency supplies.
Knives, forks, butter knives.
And
yeah.
Ātukaan, what's Ātukaan doing?
Ātukaan, tends to his wounds. At the same time, looks at his armor that's been sitting there in the corner of the room for a long time, contemplating. What feels like a long time, but he sees himself just slowly putting it back on. And as he rises from being fully armored up, he looks over to his wife, as if he's probably said this 1,000 times over, but he feels like he keeps saying goodbye. But this time, as he looks in their eyes and kind of reruns what just transpired, this was way too close for his comfort. And death came knocking at his door. So he holds his girl, gives him a big hug, and whispers, "Muketi will always be the light that you need to find. And no matter where you are, I will find you." And he turns to his wife. Parting is such sweet sorrow. And he rests his head on her forehead and just breathes. "May the light of Muketi be with you, my dear."
She kind of half smiles back, pulls you in, and then turns to Amuea and grabs all her things and goes out the back where the horses are, and they are gone. And with that, we end that scene. Welcome to Dice Legends. Great to have you with us. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. My name is Vahid, humble dungeon master of the show. It's great to have you with us. Let's introduce you to our cast of that we have with us, starting with
My name is Mon. I'm playing a level 3 Goliath rogue named Reaf. Almost there.
You got it, buddy. Kia ora, my name's Truby. I play the level 3 human wizard named Wezley.
Hello, I'm Raylene, and I play a level 3 human warlock named Mihan.
Oh, talofa lava, pulavina everybody. My name is Longi, and I play a level 3 paladin by the name of Ātukaan.
It's great to have you all with us. So lots of thanks that we want to get before we get into this today's episode and find out what's happening to our heroes. First of all, if you're new to our channel, hit us with a follow, hit us with a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks to our subscribers here on Twitch and on YouTube. Thanks to all of you guys, and let's talk about
Patreons. You got it, buddy. Our Patreons are our buddies. We'll be seeing a rise in Patreons as well, which is really exciting for us. Our Patreons are the ones that help us keep doing what we're doing. They're also the ones that help us improve what we're doing. You've helped us come a long way so far. It's been a good 1.5 years, and we intend to keep going strong. I know. Yeah, I know, right? Amazing. We love everything that we've achieved so far, and thank you for helping us achieve it. But Patreons also get a tasty little something.
They get a discount on the merch. And again, thank you if you have bought them. Of course, you know, they can be worn multiple different ways. You know, if you are approaching the summer, you can do a little like cut.
Little snippy.
Snip off the, you know, if you're an over sweater like me, go snip off those t-shirts. Anyway, new merch is on the website, so go check it out.
Cool, thanks to you, and thanks you.
Thank you.
We've got a new principal sponsor.
Yo!
We've got Minstrel.
Get out of here.
Excuse me.
It's a minstrel.
So if you can focus down here, Minstrel have premium quality handmade accessories
I'm not allowed to say.
for
pencil holder.
it's got pencil holder. It's got a dice thing in it. This is my character from my brother's game. Genuine Italian leather.
Get out of here.
Walnut. American oak.
Whoa,
Beautiful.
American.
But wait. There's a little bit more.
What is
Have
it?
a look. This used to be my dice bag.
Yeah.
Scuzzy as. Look at my new
That's very nice.
Is
leather.
this like D&D Versace?
Have a look.
Gucci.
It's a proper pouch.
Have a smell of the leather.
Oh,
Smell the
snap.
new pouch smell.
I want to smell.
And they also do these really cool
Smells like a car.
fold-downable dice trays for rolling your dice in the tray A.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It just opens up.
they're our new sponsor. Head to minstrel.store. And
that is dope.
as an introductory offer, our followers, if you use the code DICELEGENDS25, get 25% discount.
Snap.
That's a biggie.
That's a real
Great,
biggie.
like birthday presents.
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
Okay, let's
myself.
hear about Ronnie. You're on.
Yo, what's up? Yes, BD&D, our friends indeed. Yes, if you are just being introduced into the world of D&D and you'd like to know more, expand that knowledge, then hit up BD&D. They've got books, they've got board games, they've got Magic of the Gathering cards, they've got paints galore, and also dices and more as well. So get amongst it. They've helped us heaps bring our world of D&D to life, and I'm sure they will also help you out as well.
Yeah.
Do they have a discount code?
Yes, they do. Dice Legends is all you need to know. Type that in and you get 50.
10?
10. I was hoping. That's 10 for now. 50%. Then 10%.
And we've got one of our other sponsors, D20 Collective. So if you like collecting dice / hoarding dice, you will love D20 Collective. Just take a look at their sites. They've got a whole bunch of different bundles and different, they've got a subscription as well. So every month you can get new dice sets. They've also got, it's almost the end of July. So their July dice are almost gone. I mean, let's see, check it out. They've got some limited quantity dice
You
there.
July and
Yeah. And if you would like a discount, well, we got you too. You can put in the word 10 Legenz into the checkout and get yourself some sweet new dice, or some friends of yours, or your DM, or your mom, or your grandma, or everybody else. You know, get your cat one. Go!
And let me tell you about a little online world building tool called World the smithing tool upon which you can craft the setting for your, not only your TTRPGs, but maybe also the world setting of your novel. Oh. Yeah, I like to do things like that. I'm actually making one of my world settings in World Anvil.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm actually kind of flicking between two. But that's an important thing to know. You can have multiple worlds on the go.
Wow.
Vahid was just doing a stream the other day where he was populating our World Anvil world with all sorts of things for Arumia as well.
Yeah.
That was a cool stream. But you've got all kinds of articles and linking tools, printing, player handouts, and I really like the prompts that they give you that you can write to their provocations as well to come up with stuff. World Anvil!
Thanks for our sponsors. Honestly, without our subscribers, our patrons, and our sponsors, our show would not exist. So thank you very much. And when you support our sponsors, you're actually supporting our show. So thank you very much. Thank you. Let's roll the title.
Yo!
Do it.
Before we get into today's episode, before we get further into today's episode, we need to cast our mind back to last week's episode. And to do that, Raylene is going to provide us with a 1-minute recap. It's an impossible task, but one that we know that she is up for.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Others have triumphed before.
Indeed.
Others
Not going to name anybody, but
others have not.
Against all odds.
Tahirua Torufa.
We begin with a flashback 20 years ago when Mihan was younger and she was selling poorly made jewelry on the streets. And then she gets stolen from by these two thugs. And then the random stooped old man shows up and offers money. Meanwhile, back in the present, Mihan, Wezley, and Reaf are with a bunch of lords and ladies and they're traveling to Centauro. And while they were camping, someone gets kidnapped and they go and save her. But Mihan reveals that, she broke the code and Reaf might actually be getting money from killing Lord Rolthonia. They've saved the woman. They go all the way to Centauro where there's a gathering of lords and ladies. But there's another flashback. Mihan accepts this offer from this old man and he's back into the present. The stag man crashes this party and he kills the king. And we're like, who's going to be the next king? And now we're going to be level 3 characters playing for you today.
That was cool. The timing was great.
it was
Pretty good.
And he got the flashbacks, and I feel like it's
Got the flashbacks in already. Let's do some voting. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
What is that?
does not want to relinquish the crown.
Congratulations, Raylene.
Very well done,
Time
Raylene.
to share. Thank
Time to
you.
reign.
It was very well done.
It was
Much
very well
deserved.
done.
And time for my necklace.
Nice.
I'll play the whole game like this.
Okay, what
Oh God.
Oh.
Stuck.
Oh.
You like this book?
Yeah.
You mean this book that I got from our new sponsor, Minstrel?
She looks very
Made
fresh.
out of Italian leather.
What?
Turn
With
around
their
so
own-
nice.
And it's
It
got a
looks very
bone.
nice. Oh, isometric paper.
Remember
Isometric
those?
paper.
Is that dots on the page?
Dots on the page.
Oh, I love
I
it.
can now
Bees in the
show
trap?
you. This is the scene that we just had.
What?
This is my preparation that I did
That's so
in my new
cool.
book from Minstrel with Italian leather.
I read all of his notes just then, don't worry.
We're gonna.
Anyway,
Okay,
we love all our sponsors.
I remember this.
I'm ready.
24 hours have passed since the events of the previous episode in which the king was killed and Mihan, Wezley, and Reaf were instrumental in dispatching and slaying how Raylene described, Stag Man.
Stag man.
The man with the antlers, who upon being stabbed by Reaf, I believe. I think did Reaf get the final hit?
I
No.
told of the
You
dead
told the
him.
dead at him.
I definitely didn't hit.
And he kind of dissolved into raven black feathers in the ground. A day has passed since then. In that day, it has been decided that with so many of the lords and ladies who need to vote on the next king to be coronated, that vote cannot take place yet. The Lord of the Hugar family, for example, is critically wounded. And many others were wounded when the statues came to life. So, according to the law of the land, a temporary regent has been appointed until the lords are well enough to be able to cast the vote, which hopefully will only be in a matter of days. That regent is not a lord or a lady, it is a trusted general, whose name is General Cortan. General Cortan, she is a woman in her 60s. Significant experience serving Arumia. And so we find the three of you, not Ātukaan, but the rest of you, in a room with General Cortan in the palace. Some of the other lords who are and ladies who are in a fit state are also with you, including Lady Lucilian, who's probably the highest ranking noble in the room, and a number of others. So General Cortan says, thank you all. We have two pressing needs. There's the need to reestablish the crown. I do not want to wear this office for any longer than I possibly can. Secondly, we must find out more about the assailants. We've closed the city. No one is coming in or out. I need to know if anyone has any information they can share with me. Now is the time to do it.
Yes, we have some information.
All eyes turn towards you.
Oh. We have been somewhat pursued by a secret organization. You know, not so secret because we know their name, but secret enough. Vordun.
Vordun.
Ring any bells?
I have no idea. No.
Here, let me try and draw their symbol. Does anyone know their symbol? Do we remember what that looks like?
Didn't write it down.
It was on my forehead a couple of days ago.
The symbol. Shall I draw it in my new notebook?
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead,
you
do it.
should. And Wezley's doing this.
It looked like a P and
A V and,
and
a dot.
there's a line there, and then there was a dot. somewhere.
We conference between the three of us and try to draw.
No,
I drawn it
this
very
end.
roughly.
And then Wezley draws that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, Wesley.
Vordun, a secret organization. Okay. What do they want? If they've been pursuing you, do you know what they want?
Well, they don't want any of you in power, that's for sure.
The Stagman sentiments and perhaps a few of these other agents of Vordun have seemed to be somewhat anti-nobility.
Okay.
That's kind of all we know. They just seem to want to eradicate everyone.
They tried on mine and my mother's life some time ago, only a matter of days ago. And we can only presume that's how my Lord Father died as well. We were attacked by agents, surrounded by them in fact. They got luckily shot off.
Did they... Are we thinking that they used to be in power? And are trying to...
Honestly, I haven't been able to ascertain any of the history of them.
She takes the drawing of the symbol, this kind of rune-like symbol, down, and asks for a runner to go fetch a scholar to try to find if there's any knowledge or lineage about this rune. Meanwhile, Ātukaan. You've managed to arrive in Centauro after trailing your previous companions first to Porto Rosa and then to over here to Centauro. And you've arrived and as fate would have it, are on the way to the palace when bells of alarm happen or sound in the palace itself.
Just before Ātukaan hears the bell, he would have made his way by helping some people, some strangers along the way, in exchange for news on some individuals that stand out, and he gets the notion that yes, he's on the right track to finding his friends again. But in one of those moments, he was in a dream, and it's a reoccurring dream to Ātukaan where he sees himself running up a hill, and as he's running up a hill, he sees the apple tree that him and Amelia used to meet, and as he's running up this, he sees apples falling from the tree and rolling down the hill. And in the dream, he always goes down to pick up these apples, but as he picks up these apples, they turn rotten in his hand. And he's trying as much as he can to try and get all of these apples, but they turn rotten as he tries to hold on to them. And then he hears this, he looks up at the tree, and this bright light and voice comes and tells him, "That is not what I sent you there for." And before he could reach the tree, he spills those apples, he sees them roll, and then he falls and wakes to the dong of the bell as he's like probably behind a carriage that help him get to where he needs to be. He wakes.
Okay. The city of Centauro is a beautiful city. You're in the shelter, the shadow, probably at an inn. You know that your companions have gone straight to the palace.
Ātukaan thanks the couple who dropped them off. May the Lord of Light be with you. I thank you sincerely. I'm so sorry I don't have anything to give to you. But do go knowing that...
And they say your protection along the journey was enough for us.
I appreciate that.
Go well.
Thank you.
In the room, back in the room in the palace, the three of you hear some commotion in the hallways outside. Some raised voices that are muffled because of the heavy door, which is closed.
Could you keep that down? We're having a meeting.
Told me go and check who it is.
You're just going to check. Don't kill them.
I'll just check. I'll just open and stick my head out the
Okay,
door.
just making sure.
You open the door and you see two guards are dragging a man down the hallway towards you.
Right, what's this business? We're having some, serious chats in here.
One of the guards says, "Milady."
Oh, I think she's no one really calls her milady, so she's little slight blush. Yeah, that's me, lady.
We found a spy trying to flee the city.
Right, hand him over.
And we are under orders to deliver to the general.
Reaf just uses the back of her foot to just kick the door open. She's like, oh, well, look who we're talking to then.
Okay, and they hand this man. He's slightly shorter than average height. He's quite thin. He's got a swarthy complexion. Hands tied. Very, you can tell he's got an intelligence. Just the way he looks at you, and he's smug. He just small little rise in the corner.
Yeah, all right. Reaf just notices this and she's just very sus. She's like, oh, he's going to escape at any moment. So she's just going to draw out her, she's going to have a dart loaded with some poison, just in case. A little quick. Anyway. Right, General. Well, here you go. Here's the spy.
Okay, this, she says, bring him in. And one of the guards comes in and says, the northern highway out of the city, he was caught trying to flee.
Mm-hmm.
Reaf pulls out her chair and just kind of shoves him down into it and just keeps her hands on his shoulders.
Okay.
And then Wezley goes, grill him.
Oh, right, sir. What are you fleeing for?
He keeps his mouth shut.
And Wezley casts Detect Thoughts.
Oh.
Detect thoughts. and he kind of blinks and...
Not so smug.
and detect thoughts.
Yeah.
Which means he gets a wisdom saving throw.
He might.
And if fails, you detect surface thoughts, I believe.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the deeper those
Yeah.
thoughts go?
The longer I can maintain it, the more of a read I can get on him.
Yeah, it is.
You ready for this?
Yeah, go on.
I rolled a 1.
This is Wesley's first
page
time
turner.
casting this spell. He had a really good look over the spell. It's multiple pages in his book, and it's been a real slog. And he's got big bags under his eyes, and he's got a slight migraine. But he really tries to really go deep with this detect thoughts. But maybe he even goes too far, and he kind of just like plunges into this guy's thoughts. And I think that's a bit of a warning in the spell text. Is like, don't go too far. you don't go too far.
It was deadly issues.
But yeah, exactly. So he's going into traumas. He's going into unrequited loves. Yes, and Wezley has dove into the oceans of this man's thoughts.
Okay.
On accident, and he's almost drowning. Like,
You ready?
but on the outside, Wesley's like,
Okay. And other people in the room, you hear, you guys see, yeah, exactly. Wezley kind of is going so deep. So for Mihan and Reaf, he's going deep enough. The general says, let's take him to the dungeon down below. I think we can get more information out of him in that environment. Not so much around these, you lovely. In talking to the lords and ladies in the room says, you don't want to see what's going to be happening to this man.
Ooh.
And seeing you kind of blanch, she turns to you and said, this man's partly responsible for killing the king.
How do you know? You haven't even had a
We
word
don't
out
know.
his mouth.
We don't know. You're right. Oh, we'll find out if he is. You're right. We don't know yet. Take him down. Let's take him down to the dungeon. Wezley. At first,
mm-hmm.
the man's name is Fabian.
Mm-hmm. Great. How does he feel about that name?
It is kind of who he is.
It's who he is.
It is.
He's really taken, his name defines him.
His
Interesting.
name, yes, that's right. He
Hates the name.
he has other agents here in the city
Oh.
willing to strike.
Ooh.
He doesn't know the names and what the people in the palace look like, but they know the code. And when he dropped when he dropped the piece of paper in the kitchen, he was confident that the code would be read and would release them.
Interesting.
I think Reaf starts to take the prisoner out to the door. Oh my God.
Wezley, are you okay? Wesley.
Fabian.
He's having
having
a
a
lot of
stroke?
sleep.
I don't want to
recently.
get up for school today, Mum. No.
Your mum's. Oh, don't tell him. It's the right time.
Wesley, calm
Well,
down.
I think that's yes. What were you saying?
We were just going to take the prisoner to the prison.
Yeah, well, that seems reasonable.
You're right.
Yeah. What?
Just remember the company you keep, Wezley.
Mihan gives a glass of water to Wesley.
Yeah, and he goes, thank
Okay.
Thank you.
Breathe slowly.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Reaf exits the door, but with like 4 eyes on Wezley.
And one of the guards is on the other side of Fabian. As you go down, Ātukaan, what are you doing?
Ātukaan has made his way into the tavern, or an inn. And he's been sitting in the tavern for a while, scoping and keeping his ears out for information, I guess, about his friends. And also just kind of getting a grasp of this new city, this new town that he's in. So
Yeah. So Centauro is where you trained as a paladin.
I know this town very
You
well.
know this town very well. So your old paladin order is based here. The sentinel who was your mentor, as far as you know, still lives here. This is the place where you met Amalea. This is the place where you had gone on your final mission, adventure, with the Order of the Sun's Wrath, and had brought back that creature, that kind of blue-skinned creature, which kind of ended your relationship with the Order. So you know the city well. And what you've been here long enough to know that your friends have made their way to the palace and that the city has been closed. That's what you know.
Ātukaan, sensing that, I guess getting all of this information and sensing that something isn't right about his home of Centauro. But it's also been quite a long time since he's been back. But he also feels like, yeah, this is the right place to be. So he's going to try and make his way towards. Well, his first thoughts were to get in touch with his old friend, his sentry. But then he second thinks that and said no. He's going to try and make his way to the castle.
Okay, you start heading to the castle. Excellent, thank you. Going down, you guys are leading Fabian down.
Together.
Okay. Now, have you read into this spell? 'Cause I don't know. Tell me what
Yeah,
happens now.
so generally, I get to know like his foremost thoughts is typically so what is playing heavily on his mind, and of course, questions that we ask him can kind of bring those things to the fore of his mind. You know, if we ask a question about his family, well, then he's probably going to start thinking about his family, and so that's kind of what rises to the surface. So I get to genuinely know his emotional state and the thoughts that are primary in his mind.
Okay. Hey. First thing that you so let me know. Are you guys accompanying Mihan, Wezley? Are you accompanying Reaf and this guy Fabian as he's taken downstairs?
Wherever Wezley is, Mihan will follow.
And Wezley feels like this man might be a key to the Vordun or agents that are after him, because he's had several attempts on his life now, and he's looking to stop that.
Okay. So as you're going down these down deeper into the subterranean levels of the castle. Perception rolls a 3, if you please.
Nice.
21.
4.
3.
Would you get 21? Very good. Really good.
We're just bumbling in behind.
Yeah, I've just got this spell in my head, you know.
Yes.
And through one eye he's kind of seeing reality, and through the other eye he's kind of sifting through these thoughts in Fabian's mind, and he's going.
Okay.
Mihan is distracted by the events over the last 24 hours where she's kind of lost her magic. So she's been trying to figure out if it's still there, or every now and then she kind of maybe tries to cast an eldritch blast, but like a little spark and nothing's happening.
I can sense the liability within the team, and so I'm so hyper vigilant right now.
Hyper-vigilant. Okay, you're doing really well. Going down these rough stairs. They don't care what these stairs look like as you're going down to the dungeons, and through this, jostling against each other as you go down these narrow steps. Wezley. If you're wanting to ask him any questions as you walk along, go ahead.
So he will try and ask questions through Reaf. And he gets her attention and says, ask him how many others are with him in the city.
Do you think he's going to tell us?
He doesn't need to.
All right. Right. How many others are there in the city?
He says, I am the last one to have left the city.
I see your smug grin, mate. It's going to be a lot easier if you're just honest with us now.
And as that question is asked, he's trying to get a glimpse into if there's a roster of people he's imagining, or he's trying to look into his imagination to see what a true answer might be.
Because I rolled that 1, there are 4 assassins in the palace. There is a quartermaster agent who deals with their supplies and communications somewhere in the city. He doesn't know where.
Yes.
And there is someone at the north gate. You go down, and Pelagar rushes up from behind, and just joins the guard. So there's the soldier, Reaf, you two, Pelagar, another soldier, and the general, all coming down.
Right. You're right.
Yeah. Yes.
Ātukaan.
Ātukaan is keeping a low profile as he's making his way from the tavern towards the castle. I imagine him, he had like a hoodie, kind of thing. Just as he's making his way there, a whole lot of flooding of memories come back. His first mission, where him and his oath brothers and sisters, celebrated on the victories and conquests, where he trained, where he fell, where he first loved. All of these are just flooding into his head as he's making, but also overlapping with the dreams that he keeps having. Rotten apples rolling down. Who are the rotten apples? Reaf pops into his head. Wezley and
Mihan.
Mihan. And then he just, out of all those thoughts, he comes to, it's almost like he's on autopilot as he comes towards a very familiar castle. It's almost like coming home, but home isn't welcoming him. When home doesn't feel welcoming. So he's internally battling, but his feet is still dragging him towards the castle. And so he wants to be in the shadows, not so much, just in the shadows a bit as he finds the most quickest way to get to the castle without being seen.
Yeah, no problem. And we see you approaching. The castle is on a promontory of stone, like a cliff that juts out, and you're approaching it. Thank you. Great. You guys are, in front of you is the locked, thick, steel reinforced oak door that leads to the dungeon. Serious door. Guard in front of it snaps to attention upon seeing you guys. Okay, yep, there's time for another question if you want.
Yeah, and Wezley's kind of like, really? This is his first time in somebody else's mind. I think he hates it. Like, it's not for him. And then he's kind of mutters under his breath to these two. He's like, maybe one more question. Maybe just one more. Just ask him something that you think we need to know.
Question.
Right then, sir. Go on. When are you planning your next attack?
The attacks are finished.
And then, in his imagination, is there a big clock, or a time of day? Do I get any insights into when?
It's happening today.
Mm-hmm.
Once the note is found, they would be put into action, and yeah.
Okay, and Wezley just lets go of this connection now. He's like,
Wezley, are you okay?
that was awful.
Wezley.
Oh gosh. There are assassins. There are assassins in the building. There's assassins everywhere. They're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us now.
Wezley, you're talking like a madman.
No, I read his mind. There's 4 assassins in there. They're gonna kill us. Oh!
And Reaf, in your hands?
Yep.
The big oaken door has been opened up, and you guys can see through torchlight this like large, basically a natural cavern with cages in it for prisoners in it.
Yeah.
You're holding on to Fabian.
Yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do?
He looks up to you and says, "Later, love." And
What?
he disappears, and you see further ahead into the room. He appears and goes,
What?
and starts sprinting away.
Oh my God, I get a little flutter in my belly, I think. Oh, Reaf, what's going on? Right, she quickly grabs a straw. She's kind of preparing for this, but she loves it.
And it's gone.
No!
And in his hand.
What?
And then your mind goes back. Remember I said jostling along when I said ask for the perception rolls? I rolled a natural 20 on his sleight of hand. It's gone.
Man, I look straight at him and I whisper, thinking he might be able to hear me. If you're trying to impress me, mate, you've done a bloody good job. She grabs her rapier and she just sprints.
And you start running.
Yep.
You start chasing after him. Wezley.
Oh, that was awful. Oh, where is
it?
Yeah. Wezley will kind of get his bearings and then try to chase after, but then he looks behind him. He's waiting. A wall could be an assassin for all he knows. And so he grabs on to Mihan and he says, "Stay close."
All right. I'm over here. Okay, let's walk. Let's
Okay.
run.
Yeah.
And you start pursuing
Yeah.
Yes,
Mihan?
Mihan pursues as well, but she's looking around like, what assassins? She looks around for someone who looks assassiny.
They don't look like assassins, Mihan.
How am I supposed to know who the assassins
Look
are?
at somebody who fits in too much.
Too much?
Look for anyone particularly bland.
She looks at Pelagar.
Yeah, gotta be him.
Tries to do an insight check.
Insight roll. Go ahead. Insight roll on Pelican.
On Pelagar.
Yes, Rayleigh.
Let's see what my insight is.
Like a whole way?
No. We're going to change this. Fine.
Insight. 13?
13. Pelagara looks shocked.
Oh.
It looks completely shocked. And we're gonna go into chase mode! Yeah! And the first obstacle that you have, you don't even get to roll for this, is this just like this mass of cages in front of you in this thing. It's really quite disorientating, like where the hallways are, where the cages are, where the entrances, and you have to do an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, smart boy.
To see if you can make your way
wait,
through the maze, through to the other door on the other side. And he runs through.
Come on, smart boy.
Come on.
10.
Intelligent.
Oh dear. I'm rolling again.
You want to use your inspiration?
I don't want that natural one.
10 as well for me.
Frick!
Snake eyes.
I rolled a 2! But I'm pretty smart. So 5.
Yeah. 5. What'd you get?
10.
10?
Yeah,
You got terrible?
Wesley's
10.
head's
10,
ringing.
10,
He's-
okay.
He's definitely got a
But you're
migraine.
only got to me, so whatever I'm helping.
He's got, he's
You
got
know
a
what?
big migraine.
I rolled a 5. Oh! So even the 10 is not good enough. All of you clatter, clang around, eventually getting to the other side. Monique, roll a 20-sided dice for me, please.
Is this Cage Assassin?
9.
9 is door barge. Door barge.
Door?
You get to the door the other side, and he tries to smash his way through. It's on a, and then it comes back. He gets through the door. Okay. Okay, go for it. Make this. Everyone make this. Whoever's the fastest one, which is Reaf. If she succeeds, you guys behind get advantage on your roll.
Oh.
Do I plus strength to that?
You sure do.
19. I just want to try and knock it off his head.
Smash! Okay, the two from behind you get to.
Advantage.
Okay,
Advantage.
Nice.
18 minus 1. 17.
Still great. Still great.
18.
Ooh.
Whoa! You guys gained. Gained 2. I want to figure out where were you before. You were back there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He was way up there. I don't know if you can see that okay on the screen?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay,
can keep
great.
bringing it.
And you've gained because of the brilliant door slam.
Here we go. 17.
17. It's just a corridor, straight run. So this is the third round of running. You've had 3 rounds of pursuit.
Oh, I've got a stitch. I've got a stitch. I've got a stitch.
Okay, next round, Mihan.
Oui? What do I do?
Make a
Oh.
roll to see what kind of obstacle.
16.
Again, just around the corner. That's the fourth round.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Ātukaan.
Yes.
It's a sunny, beautiful day. We cut to you and sunny, beautiful day, and you get to the gate, and the people at the gate say, "I'm sorry. No one can enter or leave the castle."
I am. Greetings, my friend. I am here in search of a few friends. Do you, by any chance, maybe come across a giant woman, a little meek man, and a very evil-looking old lady? just wonder.
That's a
Brilliant.
summation.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And at that moment, as you say that, off to the side, a secret door bursts open, and this man runs out into the opening, followed by them. And Ātukaan. And
Does Ātukaan's instincts kind of break in and just like almost get in the way of this man as he barges through?
No, he's down there. He's like
Gotcha.
60 feet away.
Oh, okay.
60 feet away. They've come out of the side secret entrance. They come bursting out.
Yeah, and it's as if like Ātukaan just looks up and Muketi says, "I see what you did." It's as if Muketi brought you straight to me. Ask and you shall receive. And then he just watches this parade come out.
Okay, make your
Stampede.
20-sided dice roll to see.
And instinctively was that a 9? No, it's the upside down version. 6.
Okay, excellent. You guys come out. You burst out, and there's a whole bunch of courtiers who have been expelled from the palace that are just kind of milling around. And so you need to either choose to charisma your way through like intimidation,
Yes.
or just smash your way through them.
I'm going to charisma then.
Charisma.
All of you. And you fill up.
I know my manners.
12.
Charisma.
8.
Oh dear.
Fabian does terrible.
I got 11.
I got a 17.
Nice. I got 15.
15. Okay, so I'm sorry. You both, Reaf and Wezley.
Move, please.
Then they and they actually kind
please.
of move into your way.
I'm like kind of slowing down just because I'm quite concerned for Wezley, and I think I've started to slow down because I realize that we are leaving the important people in the castle, and I think that Reaf has the sudden realization of like, is this a ploy to get us to leave the castle unattended? So then she starts to kind of slow down to catch up with Wezley to try and betray that as they're still chasing pursuit.
Nice, love it. Mihan, what were you doing?
Mihan is wobbling through going, I'm having a heart attack, move! I need a doctor, I need a cleric. And they're like,
Excellent.
oh my.
You do well, and so does our friend Pelagar. And so did Ātukaan.
Nice.
And from behind, a flash of familiar armor. Okay, so your vision. That is the 5th round. After this, we start moving into Constitution modifiers. Make a 20-sided dice roll to see what the pursuit.
4.
A 4. Awesome. Going around the corner, bump, 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 straight into an alleyway. Slop. Sloppy, slimy, slippery stuff.
Love it.
Acrobatics roll.
Oh no.
Wezley doesn't.
He just doesn't. He refuses.
He stops.
Acrobatics.
Just an 8 for Reaf.
Acrobatics. Natural 20.
Oh.
Who knew she had it?
Whipped out of you.
Who knew she had it in her?
What'd you get, buddy, on your acrobatics roll?
Acrobatics, I got a 9.
A 9, not good enough. The only one that does any decent is Mihan. You're gaining on him.
She uses her staff as kind of like a way to jump over, like, you know, pole. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Vaulting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're only 30 away from him now.
Oh my gosh. And she looks back and says, come on, kids, let's go.
Pelagar does badly as well, but Wezley, I'm sorry, dude. And you come, as you stop, Ātukaan comes racing past you.
Hello, Wezley.
Oh, hello.
Hello. What are we doing? Are we going for a brisk little jog?
Get him! Get him! Stop him!
Ātukaan sees it. Okay, on it.
Okay, Wezley, next roll.
All right.
And if anyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw, make your first one.
12.
A 12, straight. It's a straight passage, so this is round 6. Who needs to make a con save?
I can't tell. How
I
do
do.
we like know whether we need to?
Okay, so it is 5 plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay, so my constitution.
You're not this one.
Or
You're
the
not this
next
one or the next one.
But
Yeah, we're
in
the
2
later
times
one.
that.
Yeah.
Con save. Got you.
Yes, Wezley is making a Constitution modifier saving throw. No, yep. So that is 11.
11's good enough.
Oh, great.
Excellent, thank you. Okay. Round 7.
1.
1. Cool.
Oh, right.
Okay. All right. You know how I said it was on a hill, right? Yeah. So going down, and so there are stone steps, like in a lot of European cities, right? Stone steps to help people learn. And there is, so he vaults over the banister to get down the dogleg stairs. You with me?
Yes.
Stone steps, and he vaults over. So you need to make an athletics or acrobatics roll to try to keep up. You can choose which one you want to make.
Right.
Acrobatics. Yeah.
Oh, well, there it is. That's the true Mihan right there.
15.
Oh. 18.
Yes.
Acrobatics 7.
Wezley took his whole turn just like carefully like stepping over the slop. He just kind of shuffled over it and then cast prestidigitation. And now, so he's a little bit behind, but
Wezley gains, you gain.
yes!
10. What'd you get?
1, 2.
7. You stay where you are because he doesn't actually do a very good job.
Does that mean we gain?
Trip over.
What did you get on yours?
That's a 15.
15. You gain as well.
1, 2.
Oh,
1,
yes.
2.
I got a 2.
And Pelagar does well too. You can move him up as well. Now, I think everyone's making, no,
No.
not yet. No, next turn you guys all make your
yeah, okay.
your con saves.
Okay.
Wezley,
yeah.
you need to make a con save.
Oh, I'm always making gods that 16.
Oh.
The heck? Ātukaan, make it roll 20-sided dice to see what obstacle.
4.
4 is another group. It's another charisma one.
Yeah.
They are hanging up flags of mourning, as in
my
the passing of the king.
King.
So as you come around the corner, there's all these scaffolding, and they're rising really big banners of the king, and so you have to try to get past those banners. You can choose charisma, get out of the way, or dexterity. I'm just gonna flip through the.
Charisma, baby.
Come on, charisma.
Charisma.
Let's get ooh.
I got a 20.
Yes.
Can I try and beseech these guys to clear the way for my team? Like, you know, just like, or. In the name of the king, put those down for a second.
Okay, they drop them so you guys can all have advantage.
God. Oh, 14.
21.
21.
Nice. Dirty 20.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Dirty 20. And Wezley goes up.
Bang bang.
Oh, you guys are 1, 2, 3. You're only 25 away. Now, everyone, including Fabian, has to make a con save this roll.
Okay.
No
He fails it.
Oh, haha. Okay, come on.
14.
14.
5.
Actually, you don't need to make it yet because you entered the race late.
6.
Oh yes.
Okay, Reaf.
No.
I'm fitter than my sister.
Your speed, you're gonna go back 5 every time. If you fail, yeah. No.
Okay.
But it's back to you in terms of what kind of obstacle it's going to be.
Okay.
Roll a 20.
A 1.
Okay, we've already used a 1, so we come into this one, which is an open air kitchen. So it's the back of an inn, and they've got a pig on a spit.
Nice.
And there's this
Chopping of vegetables.
and that kind of thing. And it's exactly the same thing. It's either get the hay out of the way or fancy dexterity to make your way. He's going dexterity. He's going to try to dive over the spit that's being turned and try to get into the inn on the other side of it.
Can I make an action?
Yes, you can.
So I feel myself absolutely losing my breath. So I would like to grab a bag full of the caltrops that I have. Caltrops?
Yeah, caltrops, correct. Yeah.
And I would like to just attempt to try and biff them in front of him so that they can, like, so
Yes,
that he
yes,
has
yes.
another obstacle to get
Okay,
over.
roll.
17.
Yes.
Which means that you fall back,
Yeah.
but the caltrops land all over. He's got to have disadvantage on this.
Yeah, he does.
For sure. Everyone make your either dexterity or intimidation roll.
Oh yeah.
Why you got a good roll?
I got a great roll and then a 3. So he lands on the caltrop and goes, as it punctures into his foot and he
yes, that was
collapses over.
That was
And
bad.
Mihan, what did you get?
16.
16, and you were on top of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
What did the rest of you-
14.
14.
9.
4, 5, 6, 7,
I've got 10
9.
left.
And Mihan, you are on top of him, but there are caltrops all over the ground.
So I have to be careful where I stand.
What you doing?
I try and fall on him.
All right.
Not on the counters, on him.
Okay, do it.
And try and do it in the most. Oh, 19. So like her hair is all messy from the run, and like he sees like kind of like her mascara is running, and like this scary like almost like his sleep paralysis demon kind of just on top of him, and just holds onto him.
And you pin him to the ground.
And she whispers, "Stop running. Stop running now." And she kind of strokes his face. "Stop running." You stop.
And he goes, still seeing an armored man, 2 armored and Pelagar, and then you guys behind.
I immediately stopped Wezley, like, and totally out of breath. Like, I don't know if that was smart, Wezley. We just leave the castle unattended. And you said that there were assassins. How did you know?
I read his mind.
Yeah.
Fascinating. You keep surprising me every second.
It's a new one, honestly. It's probably the last time we got to use it. It was awful.
I think we need to head back immediately.
Are you kidding?
What do you want to do?
It's filled with assassins. I'm not going back. I thought we were running out of the castle.
Pelagar looks at you a little disdainfully, and
he says, "Oh, shut up."
And grabs Fabian and says, he says, "For an old woman, you can move."
Mihan kind of cringes at that statement. I don't know. I think she took it the wrong way, and also she's not trusting Pelagar right now. She wants to do another
You want to insight him?
check to see if he's actually like
On the level?
on the right side of history or whatever. Side plus 10.
Yeah.
I think Mihan likes Pelagar.
Yeah. I mean,
He keeps looking at him.
he looks so suspicious. Or is it just that he's like squinting back at you who's squinting at him? It's hard to tell.
She's squinting and then she's kind of snaps out of it and she's
And that makes him even more confused.
with her mascara running down and her hair messy, and she says, "Thank you for joining us on this chase."
Oh yeah, I see what you mean there. That's how she used to look at you sometimes.
Ātukaan?
What?
Ātukaan with his sword drawn, pointing at Fabian on the ground, pinned by Mihan. He says, "I would not move if I were you. Just, how?
Ātukaan, what are you doing here?
For a minute, then I thought you were something else. Hello, Mihan. I am here because of you, in a weird way.
Did I owe you money or something? Like, what?
No. I just, never mind. And at the same time, he's looking at this thing that's been running away from his friends, and he's wondering, what the heck are you? Or who are you? Divine Sense. He just wants to cast Divine Sense to see if are you...
It is not a demon. It is not a devil. It is not undead. It is not an archon or anything angelic or demonic.
That's you. And in that, he kind of breathes a sigh of relief, because in his mind, it's like, if you were anything of that, I would have smited you right now in here, but you're just another human. Hold still, my friend.
Fabian doesn't seem to be moving anywhere. Other than slowly bending with one hand towards his foot where the caltrop is, and pulling the caltrop out of his foot and discarding it.
Reaf runs after it because she doesn't have many of these caltrops left. So she just tries to, if she's bundling a bunch, she looks at Wezley, who clearly doesn't want to go back to the castle. She collects caltrops and she goes, "Pelagar, we need to head back now. I think they're in danger."
Why must we go back to a dangerous place? Why can't we just, move on?
Reaf isn't really like a woman of duty, but because of all this falling out with what is going on, she doesn't have a job because she killed her boss. So I think she's kind of out for a job at the palace. They seem to be paying well, and they seem to kind of respect her and call her milady, and she likes that.
Yeah.
So she's just, we need to, it's our duty. We've been called.
Pelagar says, exactly.
Wezley can't believe what he just heard.
Yeah,
He almost wants to cast Detect Thoughts on Reaf.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah, Ātukaan feels the same. I'm staring at her as well, like, did you just say duty?
Yeah, right, I did.
You're
Come on now, don't diddle-daddle. We need to go before this guy disappears again.
I don't know whose duty you're talking about, but it's definitely not my duty to go back there.
If Reaf is going back to the castle, then Wezley is, because he feels safest around Reaf. He's like, "Oh, okay, you're right. Well, wrap him up and."
Did anyone have any anti-magic wrap or something?
Anti-magic.
Oh, we don't have our handcuffs, do we?
Well, we have our
Oh, you still have them on you both. Gosh, that's fascinating. Yeah, no, yeah. No, all right, we head back.
Pelagar turns to you, Wezley, and says, "How do we stop him from disappearing again?"
disappearing. Maybe tape his mouth shut. Depends. Magic. Sometimes it's a bit of this, a bit of this.
Make sure he has nothing in his pockets. Anything weird like a newt's tail or something.
Or like a bat wing.
Cover his eyes.
That would help as well.
See?
Okay. He starts frisking Fabian. Even though he had already been frisked before, he gives it another shot. There's nothing on him. So, okay, we need to gag him and bind him. Okay?
The blindfold's not a bad idea either.
And blindfold him. Consider it done. You guys are resourceful enough that, got some stuff. And we head back, and you head back to the palace. Is this what I understand?
Yeah, I suppose so. If Wezley has to go, then I will be dragged along.
I mean, it makes a little bit of sense. Like, Reef's, Wezley's still got lordly duties before they can actually properly leave this place, and he'd be effectively abandoning his station if he didn't go back. So he's like, okay, yes. But it's just that filled with assassins.
So you get back in the palace. With Fabian under serious guard and placed in a dungeon cell, unless you guys have better ideas, with some guards, bound and gagged.
All Wezley does is, tell Pelagar to tell the chain of command that there are 4 assassins in the vicinity, and that they should also investigate the north gate. And look for anyone suspicious there.
Ātukaan's really kind of like he wasn't expecting a welcoming back kind of committee thing, but he's just looking at his friends really differently right now because you actually brought someone back alive. You didn't kill him. I always said Muketi works in mysterious ways.
Ātukaan, what are you doing here?
I
thought we saw the last of you back in Tide Safe.
Yes, I do apologize for that.
No, that's a bit frosty, Mihan.
I'm just curious. We're talking about 4 assassins in the castle, and suddenly this one shows up.
Well, if there's 4 assassins in the castle, then I'm certainly glad he did show up. Welcome back, Ātukaan. I'm sorry, it's very impolite for us not to say it earlier.
Don't think of it. I've missed you.
No, I feel bad. Welcome back.
No, well, thank you. I was drawn by the light, let us be honest, to where you are, and I do feel that I need to be here. But yes, I did not expect that so much has changed since I left. You actually brought someone back without killing them. Did you say duty? That was really warming of my heart. I feel like a bit of light is shining out of you now.
I'm a lord now.
Oh, your lordship. I apologize. And
Thank you.
Mihan, you still slightly creep me out, but I love your, he looks at your face, all disheveled, your honesty. You're always honest. And good to see you too, Reaf.
Reaf starts to back away. And she starts to walk to the real reason why she came back. Her dog. She really want to tell people. She still feels weirdly nervous about expressing her softness in front of these people who she doesn't, especially Pelagar. I don't know, she's trying to keep tough for Pelagar. And of course, it wouldn't be the worst thing if she saw Janelle and maybe apologized for how the dinner went, not the best first date kind of situation. So she goes on, moses on over to the cages.
Okay.
And as we get back, Busy says, Pelagar, frisk the castle.
And Pelagar heads into the castle. And
Where's the castle?
Hey.
Hey.
And with that, we're going to take a short halftime.
Okay.
Ooh.
That was a lot of fun. It's great to have the whole team back.
Yeah,
baby.
Ātukaan's back.
Pelagar went on a date with Reaf?
No.
No. I'm dating Janelle, the dog keeper.
See you guys in 10 minutes. See you soon. Hey there, fellow adventurers. Want to dive deeper into the world of Dice Legends? Join our incredible Patreon community. We have 3 tiers for different levels of involvement. First, our official Patreon tier is perfect for supporting the show without breaking the bank.
get news about the show, and gifts of art and music. Next, our Lore Legends tier is for those craving hidden tales and untold secrets. Get unlimited access to our exclusive and constantly expanding lore document, as well as behind-the-scenes content. Finally, our World Builder tier offers the ultimate Dice Legends experience. As well as all the news and gifts and lore, you get to collaborate with us, contribute ideas, and see your creations come to life in future episodes. To choose the tier that suits you best, head over to our Patreon page now, linked below, and level up your Dice Legends experience.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Oh.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Hard Knock Dice. Great to have you guys with us. Thanks so much. Thanks for the hype train that happened a wee while ago.
Train.
Let's go.
With all the bits and the subs. On our screen, I can't see everything, but Jayle, thank you so much for the subs you gave out. Thanks, J-Space, for the massive subs that you gave out.
Yeah.
And the bits you cheered, and Mythical Tyrion, thanks for the resub. Again, my screen we can't see how long you've resubbed for, but is it like a year? I can't remember. Anyway, it's
Minticle's been around for a while.
Yeah.
long time.
Like start.
So we're actually only 4 subs away from a new world record for us.
4. Come on, guys. 4.
4 subs. And
4.
the other high times that we've gotten lots of subs were when we were in marathon stream parties. So it's really nice to have this level of support. Thank you, guys. This level of support, even just in our normal weeks, we really love it. So thank you so much. All right. I think we're just going to get into this. Almost a year, says Mythical. Cool.
Nice.
Oh.
Should we get into it? What do you reckon?
Do it.
All right. Okay. Tahiru Otoru. Back in the palace. Ātukaan is allowed into the palace now. So what I'd like to hear is just to go around quickly. We'll go in. We'll start with Wezley and move around, finishing on Reaf.
Good choice.
What are your intentions? What are you wanting to do? It's afternoon.
First of all, Wezley has found Pelagar again, or whoever is in charge of the palace staff, and he says, okay, we're going to need to post several guards on my door. Okay? And 2 guards in whichever location I choose to go to, and 2 guards to accompany me between each place. Do you understand?
I understand. 2 guards on your door, 2 to the place that you're planning on going to.
So, for instance, if I need to use the lavatory,
Yes.
then you would put 2 there, and then 2 would accompany me there.
Do lords of your stature actually need to use the lavatory?
Pelagar, we do not have time for this. I'm sure you can read a biology book.
Yes.
Pelagar, really. Go waste somebody else's time.
As you wish.
Yes.
And quite happily turns away from you and goes and yeah, okay.
And then Wezley goes back into his room, and he wants to work out. He mentally copied
Ignore her. She's fine.
inscriptions. So the inscriptions that he saw in Beararama in the forest when they fought 2 bears, and he's trying to recall those inscriptions because he wants to work out what they mean.
Yeah, great. All right. Great.
So he might need to go to the library as well.
Okay, that's what you're planning on doing. Excellent. Well, why don't we make a base intelligence check, because it has been.
Let's.
It has been almost 48 hours. Well, 36 hours. It's been 36 hours since you last saw them, so remembering them with accuracy will require an intelligence check.
An intelligence check. Come on, baby. 20.
Very good. Okay,
Thank you.
excellent, thank you. Meanwhile, Mihan, what are you doing?
Mihan, while Wezley retires to his room, Mihan goes to her room, which is not too far from it, and she is pacing back and forth. She's looking at this vial of black liquid. She decides that now is a good time to take a swig from it. And she glucks it. And it's nasty, and she's speaking to herself. She's like, Magdaya, I am doing it now. Where are my powers? And she tries to, cast something, but nothing is coming out so far. And she lies on the bed and she feels useless. Yeah. And she just keeps calling out Magdaya's name and says, Magdaya, why have you forsaken me today? I have done nothing wrong.
And in the water closet, which is a small room attached to the room that you were given, which is right next to Wezley's room. If you recall, you were given a room that was right next to Wezley's. So the water closet room, which has a basin for washing oneself and other amenities. There's some kind of movement from inside there, which is not common at all.
She sits up. She thinks that there's an assassin in her room.
Which is a very good thing to think. The door handle goes down, and the door starts to swing open.
Oh, I have my dagger instead because I can't cast anything. And she holds it out and just waits till she sees who or what comes out before attacking.
A kind of stooped old man with a wrinkled face says, "Put that thing down."
Oh, it's just you. And she kind of like wants to throw it at him. She spits. Hello, old friend. What? I mean, and then she realizes who it is, like properly. She's like, "Oh, yes, you're here. You're here, actually here. Oh my gosh. Excuse me." And then she puts down her staff. She puts away her dagger. She tidies herself up.
He comes into the room. He looks at you, looks around the room, looks at you again, and says, "We are not friends. Let us be clear."
I know that.
Yes. And he pushes this cloak back and pulls out a book. The book has a clasp on which keeps it closed. And around the edges of it, so it doesn't fray, is like metal around the edges, cast iron. The book itself is a leather-bound tome. And he says, "For you."
She holds it. I do not understand. You took away my powers.
No. You asked for some power to be granted you, a special request. When you were near those, sometimes I gave it to you. The gift expired.
Expired? I did not realize I have expiry dates for this.
I give, you receive. I stopped giving for a moment to show you.
Of course. She tries. What is this for? What is this part of what I must do later on?
Oh, this is a gift. I am impressed by, despite your gift being taken away, you still called on me again. So another gift for you. You and only you can open that book.
Oh, well, it is beautiful. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. She holds it to her heart. I will cherish it. And I will, of course, be there for you in the future. As promised, of course.
He starts to walk backwards, back towards the door from which he had entered.
And before you go,
What?
That's not important. I was just wondering if you thought about what I asked you a while.
Yes.
While back about seeing someone.
Yes, I have thought of it. You have shown your loyalty. Your request will be granted.
Really?
Yes.
I can see.
You will be able to see her.
When? I mean, she drops to her knees and she's almost crying and she says, "Oh, Bigdaya, you are so generous and thank you for allowing this to happen." And she just keeps going on with her gratitude.
He says, she is far away from here. But stay with the groveling one that you are attached to.
Of course, yes.
And I'm sure he will lead you to her.
Does he know her?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
You know who I speak of?
Yes, the snooty one.
Yes.
Yes. The, the weak one.
Yes.
Of course.
And then he goes back into the room and closes the door.
She opens it and nothing's there.
Exactly. Nothing is there.
And she looks over at the book and she takes some time to open it and read it.
Open it and read it. And
That's your
as you read the words, and they're weird, strange words, but to you they make sense.
Okay.
New knowledge. Very old knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge from outside of time comes to your mind.
And she smiles a wicked grin as she flips through the pages, chuckling away in her dormitory
And Ātukaan.
until she is disturbed.
Yes, thank you. Ātukaan. It is the afternoon. You're allowed access into the palace, knowing that you are friends with these others. Okay, what are you planning on doing?
Ātukaan would have. Does he have a room? No, was he? Ātukaan would have just kind of walked around these familiar hallways, in a nostalgic kind of haze almost in his mind, as he almost doesn't want to be here, but he also knows that wherever Moketi takes him, it is a challenge, but a challenge that is good for him. So he's fighting internally whether he should leave, because last time he parted from this place, it wasn't really pleasant, but he's still just getting his bearings again. Maybe seeing some familiar faces in the, but also trying to avoid their eyes. But then, yeah, he just keeps walking through, kind of checking in on his friends from time to time. But yeah, just really at the same time, he's also really wanting to see if he sees some old friends from the Oaths of the Wrath of the
Order of the Sun's Wrath.
And one in particular is his old
mentor,
yeah,
the Sentinel.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's so it's easy enough to find him. Arcturus. His name was what was his name? Do you remember? Arcturian? I'm sorry.
Arcturian.
Do you remember what his name was? Arctura.
Ātukaan.
Most
Barracuda.
Okay, and so meeting in yes, sure. So there are a lot of important people gathered around in the palace. It's been 8 years since you were here. The training, the temple and the training place of the Order of the Sun's Wrath was not in the palace, but you guys this isn't your first time in the palace at all. You definitely recognize some of the servants and some of the courtiers. It's 8 years and people have grown older. You've grown older. And indeed, you come across Citadel Ātura.
Ātukaan recognizes the stature of his mentor from behind as he approaches, and then he sees, and as he was contemplating the thoughts of how is Ātura, again, it's as if Moketi put him right in front of him, so he hesitates, but then he overcomes that. He said, I fear nothing. And so just your sentry ship.
He turns around and says, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And hugs you. Ātukaan. So nice to see you, old friend.
Ātukaan feels this embrace, and it's as if it's been 8 years have kind of all wrapped up in just this 8 seconds of just holding on to his mentor, but also all of the feelings that he was feeling about not belonging. Am I in the right place? Why am I here? Kind of just fade away, as if hugging a family member, coming home. And it's been a long time, my friend.
It's been a very long time, yes.
Moketi has shined brightly upon you, and I am sure you've...
Well, your eyes are, you're being flattering. I'm a lot older than I was last time.
No, I mean, this, you look like a mighty oak tree, still standing firm.
We're supposed to be truthful. Anyway, it's nice to have you here.
It's good to be seen by you, my friend.
Yes.
How have you been?
I've been well, but I'm really worried about what's happening at the moment, what's happening to the king task. And there's a sage in the castle that is apparently working on some insignia, and they've called me because of course apparently I might know something about this. I don't know what I might know, but Ātukaan, I've had a regret ever since you left. I took the blessing off of your sword. I don't think that was right.
Ātukaan has this sense of just not joy but excitement.
If you would trust me enough to hold on to your sword for a little while, I would like to rectify that oversight on my part. I was being overzealous.
That is music to my ears, old friend. And, it has been hard, but nothing gives me greater honor than to have your blessing. Not only on my life, but upon this journey. And so as he says that, he just without even doubting a single word of his mentor, he just hands over his prized possession.
And says, it'll take a little while to do the invocations, but when I'm done, you're here in the palace, I hope?
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay, I'll find it. I'll find you. And
and then Ātukaan's, is there anything I could help you with?
Well, you're welcome to accompany me, and why don't we talk about what you've been up to these last 8 years?
Sounds like a well-spent time.
Excellent. Reaf.
Reef's opened the dog kennels, and she's like, after she's pet the dog. Reef's over by the dog kennels, and after she's just made sure that that Brix is okay, she kind of like, she's trying to hide and subtly sidle to where she knows Janelle is.
Okay. She's looking after. At the moment, she's cleaning out water bowls. Give me a good scrub. She says, "Oh, hello, Cyril."
Hello, Janelle. Oh wow, I feel like I replayed how this was going to go in my head like 5 times, and now I don't really know what to say. I know that the dinner didn't I threw you in the roof, and I'm just like, I'm glad to see you alive, because the dogs need you,
It didn't. The evening wasn't exactly how I had thought it was going to go.
Right, no, neither. I guess I wanted to say that I wish I could take it out again, Janelle, but I kind of have to leave. It's been a weird time, like my mum died.
Your mum died.
Yeah, and
of course, yes. You're, yes. I'd heard a rumor that your brother is Lord Walthonia.
Yeah, and
Half brother?
No, that's a story for another time, I think. He technically is my half-brother. I guess you know when you're like angry at one of the dogs, but you know that the dog will probably come back for dinner around 6 o'clock. That's kind of how I...
Yeah, they do that, yes.
Yeah. But you know when the dog is like, has its life threatened and possibly might die, you kind of don't want to be mad at the dog anymore.
Yes.
I don't really like to admit it, Janelle, but I'm really scared. Because I don't really have anyone anymore, and Wezley's all I've got, and I'm terrified that he's gonna die.
Have a seat. She sits down and she looks at her selection of chairs and chooses the sturdiest one, gets off that because she was sitting on that one, hands that one to you, sits on a different
I'll
one.
just sit at that tray stump right there.
Okay. Whew.
Yeah. And I think I was harsh on him before, and I kind of yelled at him. But yeah, he's probably gonna die soon because everyone seems to want to kill him, and I don't really know what to do about it.
He's your brother. He'll understand if you've done something wrong. You just need to say sorry. I'm sure he'll understand, right? He's your brother.
But what if you said something really bad? Like, how do you tell them how much you love them with words? Like, I'm not very good at words. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? My mum once told me. Sometimes if you feel a little bit intimidated,
right?
Sometimes if you write them down like in a letter.
Yeah.
Then you can express yourself without. And I found that, like, here in the palace, everyone is a higher rank than me.
Right, yeah.
You know, and so I also feel really shy about talking to people.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, like, there's this one, you don't need to know the details, but if you write I found if you write a note, then I could say what I wanted to. Sometimes, would that work?
You know, like, Reaf inside her head, like, doesn't want to tell Janelle that she can't write or read. So she's like, that's probably the best advice I've ever gotten. I think I'm gonna do that now. So I best be off. I'll come back around to pick up breaks, but I was just gonna say goodbye to you, Janelle. I think we would have been really good friends if we'd stuck around.
I can see that too.
Right.
But if you're leaving Centauro, best wishes. It sounds like whatever you're stuck in the middle of seems just so dangerous.
I know. Kind of excited, but so
Really?
scared. I don't know. There's so many emotions going on in my belly. I can't read it anymore. I'm like excited, but I'm so freaking nervous for everyone around me to die. I feel responsible. All right, that's enough from me. Thank you for listening. It's nice.
It's nice to have someone to talk to, isn't it?
Yeah, you have pretty ears.
Thank you. You've got beautiful eyes.
Really?
Yes. I'm sure everyone's told you that.
No, that's the first I've heard of it. But I guess I won't be forgetting that one. Okay, goodbye.
See you. You'll be back to pick up Brex, though.
Yeah, I will. I didn't want to. It'd be a quick goodbye, so it'd be a bit awkward.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
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 And she watches you leave as you leave the thing and closes the door.
Oh God. Oh shit. Wiping her sweat. Oh crap. Okay, and she breathes and then she heads for Wezley.
Okay, Wezley. Library.
Mihan has to come too.
Yes.
Mihan, you were just settling down with your book, and all of a sudden, the
Mihan,
tongue.
we need to go.
Of course, where are we going?
Library.
Oh, of course, yes, your lordship. See, I'm being Ātukaan. Remember when he said that to you?
Oh, I see.
He's such a suck-up.
Fun joke. Fun joke. Oh, you've already been.
It was from the last time that we went, back in your town. Your
Autorosa.
Yeah, when that creature came out. Yeah. It was helping me decode that message.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I
sounds
thought
useful.
if there was any other Vordun ciphers that come up.
Well,
I am
that's
your woman.
actually what I'm trying to tail at the moment.
Oh, let me help you, Wezley, of
Great.
course.
Excellent.
You guys head down to the library. Which
Oh, and don't mind these two. They're coming with us.
Who are they? And she wants to look at them.
insight roll.
Yeah. One for each one?
You get one insight roll.
9. God, she just squints at them.
They look so emotionless as they're walking behind Wezley.
Very professional looking guards.
They have spears. And they're walking
Wezley, they look like they fit in really well.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
How can you trust them? As they're walking along, how can you trust them, Wezley?
I'm trying to not think about it.
All right, Wezley, well,
If they wanted to do it, they probably would have done it by now.
Done what, sir? What would we have done, sir?
Assassinate me.
Never, sir.
Thank you.
We're here
course
to
you can't.
protect you, sir.
Oh, well, that's very good. Yes, well, that's what they paid for.
you are easily impressed
Look,
by that.
I
You are
can't spit-
easily convinced, even.
Yeah, look at them. They're too stupid to possibly kill me. So let's go.
Yeah, you're right. They do look a bit stupid. We'll walk.
You guys get to the library.
Go on, kill me. No, see, they won't do it.
No, sir.
See? Good boys. All right.
The jaws kind of clench.
Yeah.
Well, if they did not want to assassinate you before, they probably do now.
Now we know for sure. All right. Library.
You go into the library, and there's Ātukaan
Aye.
sitting next to this old man, definitely some kind of old knight or something,
Yes.
who's got a large book in front of him. They on one of the tables in the library. The sword is lying out in front of him, and he's doing some kind of ritual blessing on this sword as you enter the library.
It's moderately interesting to Wezley. He likes all things magic. He knows that he's got the sense that Ātukaan's domain's a little bit outside Wezley's scope. Like he doesn't go for the whole. He doesn't pray. Does Wezley. So that always seems out of bounds to him. But he's interested in the way that he can kind of manipulate life. It seems. But otherwise, oh wow, it's a party.
There is the crowd. Welcome. Wezley, Mihan, this is my very good friend, my mentor. Ātukaan.
Yes.
Ātukaan, your lordship, Mihan.
He bows to them and says, "Please excuse me, I'm in the middle of something I should have done many years ago."
Well, it happens we're in the middle of something. So, yeah, very good to see you. We'll just be, we're not.
We'll be over there. You'll be over here.
Yeah.
Okay, you sure? This is really some pretty cool stuff. It's,
No, we're fine.
It's fine. It's okay. It's nothing we haven't seen
It's
before.
just that we've got I'm looking for a book.
Oh, okay. Well, there's heaps here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wezley, you do some looking around.
Bookcraft.
History at advantage because you were in a library.
Ha 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 ha! You fool! My domain. Oh dear. History.
The fool.
No.
Is Mihan helping? I don't know what I can do to help, but
12.
12. Mihan, if you want to start looking for
12?
some books, that's nice. That's really nice.
Nice.
oh, yeah. So,
I got a 12. Yay! Right.
Mihan's
Mihan,
just kind of flicking through, looking for what are the keywords that we are looking for? Vordun or
Vordun.
and
In symbols, and he shows
Symbol.
you sketches of like what he roughly
is
remembers.
this what you? Oh,
This.
okay, all right. I will look too.
okay, make your history roll.
History roll.
Yeah, come on.
Dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
It's because I'm doing a lot of squinting too. This whole time. It's good for words.
Yeah, you know what? There might be something a little bit more to it than that, actually. You're looking through these books, and there are some, not even books, scrolls, old scrolls, and you just kind of get a sense that one of them might be right.
I get a sense.
You get a sense that one of them might be right.
Yeah. Yes. She feels her fingertips get kind of hot. Wezley, what about this one? Oh, look. Oh, just read the first paragraph.
Old runes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is
Does that look
this is
familiar
the
to
stuff.
you?
Yes, very runic. Okay. Yes.
Yes, good job, Mihan.
Hey, you might have found something here.
Oh,
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right. There is also, one of the runes is the Vordun rune, is in there. Look, Mihan.
I knew that was the thing that was on your face the other day.
Yes. It makes reference to the voiced ones.
Voiced ones?
The voiced ones.
What are the voices?
The voiced ones. And it refers to them as if they held sway over the land.
Sway over the land.
Voices that have sway over the land.
And the word, so Vordun is the followers of the voiced ones.
Ooh.
This whole time I thought Vordun was a place.
Really?
Yeah?
Ah.
Huh.
You haven't been paying attention, have you?
I'm a bit deaf in one ear, so.
Oh, right. Yeah. That makes sense. Following the voiced one. Okay.
And one last thing in there.
Oh. P.S.
It talks
Yes, I
about.
love you.
It talks about. There's not a direct translation. It's like wrong, but it's also kind of like evil.
Wrong,
Evil trees.
Wrong, evil trees. Oh, we're getting a bit interpretive here.
We
And
cannot trust trees? Like
and-
Reap?
And the voiced ones are associated with these wrong trees.
Wrong, evil trees.
So there are evil
You're
trees.
in the room.
Yeah, sort of. I guess it's one of those. There can't be direct translations for some things.
But I am telling you, it's like the thing that it's in the DeAndre's message, Reap is the weapon. That's what they were saying. Reap is a tree as well. Maybe she is.
She's not actually a tree, though.
I mean, I don't know. Like, she looks like she could be the height of the tree. Like,
Reaf has followed the trail of where, because you're going to find Wezley. You'd found a guard who pointed in your direction, blah, blah, blah. Behold, entering the library at this point.
Reap!
Look what I found.
Oh, what?
It's a scroll.
Yes.
That's the symbol that was on your face.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
Right.
Yes.
As they're discussing this and talking about trees, it just so happens that Ātukaan is also talking to his mentor about his dream about a tree and about his name, and it keeps recurring. Arctura, I see the tree. Apples are falling, they're rolling, but every time I try to pick them up, they disintegrate and they go rotten in my hands. And that is when I think I hear the voice of Moketi saying, "That is not what I sent you there for." And then I wake up. I've been trying to make sense of it. Am I in the right place? Is apples a metaphor for things? Do I touch things and they die?
I hope that's not the meaning of it. I'm not the best dream interpreter. To be honest, that's not really something I'm as good at.
I just think Moketi's trying to tell me something. But what does he mean? That's not what he sent me.
There was, I don't know, in the last adventure or last mission that you did on behalf of the Order of the Sun's Wrath, you'd reported burning a tree?
Yes.
I don't. Is it something? I don't know.
It could be.
Something to do.
I just know that whatever it is, I don't think I can accomplish what I need to accomplish without the help of. And he kind of just nods towards his three friends somewhere in the library.
Bro.
And it also has brought me back here to you, my old friend. So.
And he hands you your sword, and the blessing is complete. He hands you your sword. You now have a sword that has been enhanced. It is a blessed weapon.
Okay.
He swings it around, he holds it, and he feels a different sense of power, but also just a purpose now. And he, as he puts it in between himself and his mentor, he puts it back and embraces his mentor and says, hey, I thank Muketi's light for bringing me back here to you, my friend.
And it's such a blessing to see you again.
Likewise.
Meanwhile, other side of the room, what are you guys doing?
Right, have you assessed the area?
Assess the area?
Like, have you had a look and do you know everyone in this room?
Well, I don't know these two names, but we're pretty sure that they're not going to try and kill me. And that's
He is
Ātukaan.
pretty sure. I am not so sure.
Yeah, Mihan's not so sure. This is Ātukaan, who you know, and Arctura. Yeah, we're all fine.
Okay. Yeah. Reaf just kind of, she just like, right, carry on then. Do you need my help or anything?
Well, I mean,
Look, this is maybe the most we're going to find as far as symbols and the symbols of Vordun is considered. Good thing we're all here. I'm thinking next move.
Right. We should probably, you're right, we should get out of here, I think.
And as for where, well, you have somebody who might be able to tell us a little bit more about the Vordun?
Janelle?
No.
no, the other friend that was supposedly dead, but she's not really dead anymore.
Shock.
Yes.
Yes, that person.
Right, so off to Coast area then.
Yeah.
Unless we know anything about evil trees.
Yeah.
What you?
Ātukaan's ears kind of prick up. Do you say trees? Evil trees?
Yeah.
Yes, we found this in the scroll. Something about evil, dark trees, or
It's an interpretation, but yeah, wrong.
Yeah.
Evil trees.
Ātukaan can't believe it, but it's as if it was fortuitous to be at this moment, and he then relays the story of, I've never told this to you before, but once upon a time, goes into this kind of, tells the story of how he once was part of a group called the Order of the Sun's Wrath. And one of his missions was to track down a source of evil, where he came across, him and his comrades came across a tree which emitted a lot of evil. And in the name of Muketi, we destroyed it. At least that's what I think we did.
you
And he tells
you destroyed a tree.
yes,
How was it evil? Like how?
well,
What was it doing? Was it?
It didn't look like your normal lush green-looking tree. It emitted.
Did it talk?
Yeah, that was my first question. Did it talk?
It
Did it have eyeballs?
did no. It did not.
Did it carry a weapon?
Speak in riddles?
No, it didn't. You know when you look at something and you just sense that it is not of the light. Maybe it's just me, but it oozed.
Sometimes like trees get a bit rotten on the inside, but I don't think that's the tree's fault.
No.
Well, this thing looked rotten, but it was alive. It oozed with a black substance that we have never come across before.
Where was this tree?
Liber.
Liber. We were sent on a mission to Liber. And the last that I remember is that we completely destroyed it. And it also was very much deep underground.
Where, are there more of these trees? Do you know that if they reproduced?
Well, I hope this one didn't, because if it did, then yeah, it does not bring much life to those around them. Everything it touched.
Well, that's a clear lead, is it not? Like there's a history of an evil tree in Liber.
Right, so it's either an alive person that we know in a place or an evil tree.
Yeah, we can investigate it. We can look at it and see if there's any traces there that leads all the way to.
I share my sister's skepticism.
Is there any books in here about Liber in the library?
I see what you did there. Honestly, I haven't been looking. And
I have done all the looking. And there's only a little bit, but it's just about its history, maybe.
All right.
So shall we get to the root of the problem? I'm just
Feel ill.
sorry, just going out on a limb here. I've used that one before. But I think our best bet is to head to Liber.
I think that too.
I think we should go to Carceria.
Yeah.
What's in Carceria? Well, your friend who?
Actual lead
Yes.
who has been known to wear the marking, who gave us that crazy pearl, who can actually talk to us because she has a mouth.
This is a member of the Vordun?
And what makes you think she will talk to you?
Well,
What makes you think the tree's gonna talk to you?
I'm not looking for a tree to talk to me, but there is, like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You don't have to have something talking to you all the time to understand what it is trying to say. You can just look at the whole picture, investigate the area, see if there's any, like there's an underground area apparently that we can look, maybe that's their hideout.
Right, are we gonna split up then?
people can be convinced, into talking.
Will this friend help us on our quest?
Well, the reason why I really want to particularly find out who these Vordun people are is because they keep trying to kill me. I don't think that's unreasonable for me to want to get to the root of that. Ha ha.
Don't know what that was.
Well,
So there's two options.
oh,
Yeah, and we don't exactly seem united on this. Oh,
and we cannot split up, Wezley, but
no.
if let me think again, if you believe that Carceria is where we are supposed to go, then I will go with you. I trust your word on this, or your thoughts. But I would also like eventually in the future to go to Liber, because I think there is something worth looking in there.
Maybe.
If it's important to you, my friend, I'm with you to the end.
See, I told you it's a sound.
Reaf was almost looking forward to splitting up. She's like, right.
That was close, thankfully. A little bit of charm, got them back on side.
I'm really happy for you.
What?
Nothing.
Well, okay, well, I kind of get the Ātukaan thing. But, Mihan, he hasn't hit a moment.
She doesn't trust me.
She doesn't trust you.
No.
You blame her?
No. I still don't like it.
Okay.
If it helps, I still don't trust any of you, but I'm here for a higher calling.
I don't like the way you smell.
I've been on the road for a while, haven't showered.
Okay, well, it's worked out. We're all together. Happy family.
Excellent. Okay, great. Scene finished. So, is the plan to leave straight away? What are you doing? What are you wanting to do?
I'm gonna go grab Brex and then head out.
You guys wanting to leave straight away?
Yeah, and as they are, as they're kind of going back to the room, and the guards peel away again, and Wezley just wants to say, I really appreciate all your help that you've rendered so far.
No problem, Wezley. You know, sometimes I look at you and I am reminded of my daughter. You know, she was always such a silly little goose.
Oh, you're funny to say it. Wezley wants to cast Detect Thoughts on Mihan.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. 18.
Pretty wise.
It is a fortress of solitude here.
And so Wezley is like, if I just go for it, I might be able to sneak past her defenses. And so he kind of like starts to leave his own mind, or he has one eye that kind of drifts out of his own mind, and it's still uncomfortable, and it tries to like visit Mihan's mind.
Are you doing it again? Like what?
No. This is just the spell. But I think it just comes up against an eye and
all you'll see is probably like this eye that opens up and looks right back at you.
I regret this.
There's just a pupil, no iris. And like it is like the retinas are dark and it is crawling in towards the pupil and it just keeps blinking at you.
Let me out! Oh,
Wezley, are you okay?
Wezley, what's wrong?
Did you poke your eye? Someone poked his eye.
No.
Have you got an eyelash in there? Do you want me to get it out?
No, my eye's fine.
Do I know what does the person who
You
gets?
do know.
You do know, but you initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. So in that moment, that short moment, before Mihan senses the intrusion, or either Mihan or something else repels you, untold pain.
Oh gosh! Oh no!
The pain is at the core of her being.
Oh, okay.
You don't know if it's life or death, but there is something in there that is unspeakable.
Yeah, and like Wezley feels like out of body. You know, even like touching that for a second, he's like.
Wezley holds onto Mihan holds onto Wezley, and on the outside she's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" But she uses awakened mind to speak to Wezley and says, "I wouldn't try that again, my child. Are we in agreement?" And she's smiling at you.
Yes. Thank you, Mihan. Thank you so much.
You're okay.
The migraines are really getting pretty bad.
Oh, someone get him some water. She usually looks at the guards.
He's already there. Ātukaan is already there with water, and he kind of looks at this, and Ātukaan really misreads this moment. He's just looking at this like, wow, what a very tender moment. What they say about darkness. Darkness can never remain dark. It can only come to the light. This is very beautiful.
And we've got he's got 3 glasses. He's been handed 3 glasses. I don't need all of them.
I just splash you one.
Oh, that's actually better. Okay.
Alright.
I would like to go to my room, please.
Of course, I'll walk with you.
Kindness is overwhelming, I can tell.
I know
We've
how
gotten
much.
to be quite close.
I can see that. I mean, there's no...
I thought you would be proud.
I'm very proud.
You know, I would like to get to know you like this, Ātukaan. One day.
We've got a long journey ahead. I'm
You
sure.
should be so fortunate.
I can see on the surface how much Wezley trusts Mihan, so I let them go for it and go get Brex.
Nice. I want to do one last scene before you leave the castle. Reaf.
That's my name.
As you're coming down, as you're heading outside,
I tried.
Pelagar sidles up alongside you and says, the sage has just given some information. What are you doing?
We're gonna leave. We found a lead, so...
You look a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, well, you're leaving. Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm staying here. It's where my loyalty is to the crown.
Well, don't mistake us leaving for not loyalty. We want to go and find a lead so we can protect people.
He looks you straight in the eye, as if sizing you up. Says, okay.
What are you trying to figure out? Just ask me.
It's my job to be a bit skeptical.
Aye.
Messenger for the king. May he rest in peace. It's my job to determine how people take the messages that I deliver them. Not just to deliver the messages.
Sure.
So I can read people pretty well.
Okay.
Some people have just been... The king's just been killed.
I see it. I saw it.
Yeah, you saw it. Did you have anything to do with it?
You think I killed the king?
I didn't ask. I'm not here to answer your questions. Did you have anything to do with it?
Pelagar, I didn't even care about your loyalty or the loyal kingdoms until like 20 minutes ago. Literally only here because I was summoned.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
I'll see you at the gate before I leave. Don't leave without me.
What, you're coming with us?
No, I'm not coming with you.
Okay.
But don't leave without saying. I'll see you at the gate.
Right. Reaf turns around and she exhales. She always knows that she gets really nervous when she lies, and she just wipes the sweat off her eyebrow and she walks to go get bricks.
Okay. Change of scene. Thank you. So, the four of you on foot, or in Ātukaan's case, and on horseback in the other three of your case, leaving the gates of the palace. Pelagar falls in beside you guys and says, parting gift. Parting gift for you.
What is that?
It says, this is, the king gave me some gifts as I was serving him that I don't actually use. Hands a knife to you, Reaf. And it is a very fine dagger.
Right, looks sharp.
It is.
She kind of immediately looks around to stab someone, but she realizes, like, not right now.
Wesley's probably the closest.
A weak skin.
And a cloth bundle. And hands that to you and says, you may not need it, but maybe one of your companions might. It's a cloak. And says, I have used that from time to time. It's good for not being seen.
Something I sometimes struggled with. All right, well, we'll keep it. I'll keep it on me until one of us needs use of it, all right?
Okay.
She has no intention of giving it to anyone.
And you head out through the streets. Yes. Heading to where?
Carceria.
Can we pull up the map of Arumia, please?
Should have typed it up.
Heading towards Carceria. The map of Arumia. There we go. To Carceria is quite a journey. You have to travel probably to Porto Rosa, get on a boat, and travel to Carceria that way.
Gotcha.
A boat.
You see, it is on the far west of the map.
Wait, where are we?
Porto
You're
Rosso.
in,
No, we're in
you're in
Centauro.
Centauro. Right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we have to go back to Porto Rosa.
A journey begins late in the afternoon. Weather.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
And as you leave,
No.
the heavens open up. The rain pours down upon you. And you head into a storm.
Oh, good grief.
Perception rolls, everyone.
Where's your mate?
Well, you look at that.
Mihan leans over to
bad.
Ātukaan and says, "Can you ask your Mukete God to give us some light?" Or
And,
7.
Ātukaan says, this is a blessing.
this is the blessing.
Yes.
3.
What'd you get for your perception, buddy?
17
Oh,
plus
God.
3, dirty 20.
Oh,
Damn, bah.
thank goodness it was one of us.
Leaving the city. Leaving through the western gate of the city. It's pouring down with rain. Visibility is terrible. These guys all huddling under their hoods. Above, on the battlements. Above, on the gate, a raven. Looks down at you and then flaps into the air. Flap.
Ātukaan
Flushes away.
follows the raven. But in his mind, he says, yes, we are heading towards where we need to go.
He was the only one not there.
Oh, that's right.
To him,
Ātukaan doesn't know.
yeah, to Ātukaan, birds are a good omen. Any bird, that is. And it's yeah. And then as his eyes is now casted to the heavens, he says, thank you, Mukete. May you be with us on this journey. Wherever you guide, we shall go.
I just want to close a conversation with Mihan unless something spicy is about to happen.
No, go for it. Go,
Okay.
you have this conversation as you're going
Yeah.
through the pouring rain and the gathering darkness.
Yes. Wezley will find a moment. He wants to find a private moment, you know, just to follow up. And Wezley kind of like sidles over nervously, like, ooh. Mihan, you might be wondering what happened there.
I'm not wondering. I can understand your what's the word? Your curiosity? Is that the right word?
Okay, but do you appreciate it?
No.
Look, I have read every book that is in the library of Porto Rosso. And when you say you have taken a book from that library, and I see that book, I know you're not telling me the truth.
What does it matter to you?
Wezley, ever since he successfully resurrected his mother, the door has opened. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, Ātukaan. So.
In his head,
You don't know it either.
like his mind and his heart have been racing first with fear, but then with possibility of what he could possibly achieve. And
Sure, doors open,
the
right?
the door, as far as he's concerned, has been flung wide open.
Yeah, mate.
And so now in his head, he's like, more. How can I get more? How can I find more of this? How can I find more knowledge? How can I find more power? And then there's this witch who's been with them the whole time, and she has a book. Wezley only knows a tome by someone's side to be one thing, and so as he's
Sure, yeah.
inquiring about this book, he says, "It's just that I think you and I have so much we could teach each other."
Mihan thinks about that statement, and she does agree with that, and she gives it like a knowing, nodding smile. You know what, Wezley? I did ask you once before that I would like your skill one day. Maybe, perhaps, if it was possible. But I think you're right. We could teach each other some things. Perhaps.
Where do you... For Ātukaan, it is Muketi. For me, it is the weave of magic that I have studied for a long time. But you seem like neither of us. So, where does it come from, Mihan? Where do you get it from? And the question in Wezley's head is, and how can I get some of that?
Well, you know what, Wezley? If you would like to know a secret, I would like our secret in return first. And then she uses, and then she whispers into his ear, now, ride as far away as you can, from 50 feet away you can from me. And she uses suggestion on Wezley. Just to do it.
Just make a wisdom saving throw as she tries to magically get you to get away.
Go away. Think about that.
What kind of save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
11. I deserve this.
And she gives you a smile as she pulls away from you. A secret for a secret. And she hits the horse.
Wezley feels like a compulsion in his head. He's like, as he whips his horse and rides forward.
You have to stay away from pretty much 50 feet away from me until I stop the spell.
Oh my god!
It's a concentration spell.
Ātukaan just sees you like jollily like jostling off and looks at and he looks at Mihan and again misreading the situation is like, man, such a happy group now, and he turns to you and goes, I know. They say hate can never drive out hate. Only love can do that. Look up, friends. Muketi is shining upon us and
The brightness and the
and I say, I sense greatness coming our way because ravens are raving.
Ravens?
Ravens. And he says it out loudly for everyone to hear because ravens are raving. And wherever ravens are, life is there too.
Mihan looks at Reaf. We're being followed.
Ride on, my friends.
Where did you say this raven was?
Huh?
The raven.
Yes, it's a good omen from above. It was heading that way. So I think that's where we're going to.
Reaf instantly gets a fearful feeling in her heart and just quickly rides off after Wezley to make sure that she's in close proximity.
The rest of the day passes miserable, damp, full of rain, and that's about it. Darkness comes, you've traveled a few hours on the road.
I'll stop my spell for Wezley. Eventually, I think she gets bored.
I think if we've stopped, I'll put that cloak that I got on brakes just to somewhat protect it from the weather.
Okay, cool, great.
Probably the best use.
Put the invisibility cloak on the dog, on the plague dog.
Hey, so we're,
No one could see it.
I love a dog.
night has come.
Yes.
Okay, it is nighttime.
The moon is the only light.
There's no moon.
No.
It is dark and cloudy and stormy still. You can't even keep a fire going.
Oh.
Miserable in the forest, along the trail. What's the plan?
I forgot that I don't mind being cold.
Oh.
I forgot about it.
Yeah.
All right. We've been riding for a while. Do we want to set up camp?
Yeah.
We go in the thick of the trees and try and get a little bit of shelter.
My feet are wet.
Yeah, I can't feel my toes.
Ātukaan, dislodges from his horse.
Yep.
And then wants to test out his so-called sword that...
Okay. All right.
cooler and
Nice. All right.
fire.
For both you and Wezley with the pearl. You both had these long enough that I'll tell you what they do.
Oh, yes, please.
The pearl can store spell slots. You can choose to
Wow.
put 2 spell slots into it.
Wow.
The sword is a +1 sword, a plus 1 damage and +1 to hit. And when combined with your power of the Oath of Devotion, can cast, you can cast light with it. Who knows what the cloak and the dagger do? I can tell you right now.
Probably something really honest.
I tell you right now that the dagger is also magical.
Is it?
Yes, I can't tell you more for now, but it is for now, all you need to know is it's a +1 dagger.
Okay.
That's all you need to know for now.
Don't be greedy.
So,
Did you get? Thank you.
Yeah, the black pearl.
Pearl, that's right.
yes.
I got it.
Ātukaan wants to look around and seeing these rocks kind of thing, almost kind of wanting to see if there's a shelter, like a cave-like shelter anywhere.
No.
No?
So, finding shelter. The 4 of you finding shelter in the forest. You got your horses. You find a place off the track, because that's what you said. You said you're going to move away from the track. And there's a small grove. Perception rolls.
This would be bad. Yep.
10.
10.
16.
Ooh, 11.
Reaf. Fluttering of wings above you.
Who's right next to me?
Me.
Okay. Wezley, do you hear that?
No. What?
There's a raven.
Oh.
And indeed, just above you, in the trees just above you, a raven alights, looks down at you and goes, "Caw!" And then all of you hear the cawing of the raven.
Shoot it.
In that instant, Reaf gets out her spare straw, her and she loads it up with a poison dart, and she
Roll.
blows. 29.
21.
Oh.
It launches itself from the branch, but the dart strikes it.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage, kills a raven, no problem.
Ātukaan's like, no! What did you do that for?
Okay, there's a lot we should tell you about ravens, actually.
Yes, they're good.
No.
Not this
Johnny.
one.
No, Stagman's made of ravens. And I think that's what the explanation
Yeah, can't make sense of that.
Reaf, on the other side of the horses,
Yes.
some weird creature.
What?
Blue-skinned creature.
Wait, I know.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. Comes up and looks over at you.
Oh crap! On guard! There's a giant axolotl.
Oh gosh.
What is an axolotl?
It's like a walking amphibian.
Okay.
And
A land walking amphibian.
it launches
Wait, they would-
itself.
Some sort of fish?
1, 2, horse. 3, 4, other horse. 5, 6, Ātukaan.
Come at me.
5, 6.
Yep.
It goes past the horses, landing right in front of Ātukaan. This is something you have seen before.
I have. And this is August. And Ātukaan, almost in disbelief, cannot believe that he's now seeing this thing again, years later. Almost instant reaction. He just sword.
Pulls out a sword.
Yeah. And he.
It gets attack on you first. Sorry, buddy. The teeth go astray, but the claws rake across you. 7 hit points damage as it rakes across you, finding a hole underneath your armpit. It's slicing it open.
Yikes.
Reef.
Yep.
This demonic-looking creature, horns on its head, razor-sharp teeth, eyes, pupil-less black eyes.
Oh right. She gives Brix a pat on the booty. Attack! And then she sends Brix round this way. She hopes so.
Yeah,
And she runs past this way.
Okay, move
One.
yourself.
Oh, sorry, man. So 3, 4, 5, and she turns.
Yes.
Yep, great. And then she goes for an attack with a rapier. It's a 4.
You were trying to flank, right?
Yeah. Advantage. A 2.
You miss. You don't hit at all.
Okay, great. The rain is like absolutely in Reef's eyes at the moment, and her friend is getting right in there.
Brex runs over and starts snarling, but doesn't attack.
Okay.
Wezley.
What are the words again? Magic missile! And then he fires out 3 darts of energy at this thing. Blah. Pew, 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 pew. Yes, okay, 5 and 7 and 10.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yes, and all 3 hit and hurt. Mihan.
So just rule-wise for Mihan, when she was bestowed some awesome powers before the book, do those still stand?
What do you mean?
Like-
You've got all your powers back.
Like with the advantage?
No, advantage
no
is
boons
gone.
stand?
No,
Okay.
that
all right.
boon is gone.
Okie dokies, that's all right then. Mihan wants to move away first from the creature. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way back there.
Yes, okay.
And she looks back at the thing. She picks up some soil on the ground and she whispers into it. And she goes for a poison spray. A new little spell that she learned.
I love that.
I think that is a saving throw, but I'll just look at this. Where does P go? Poison spray. There we go. It is a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, sorry, it doesn't hurt it. Sorry.
Oh, boo.
Do you get half damage?
Do you get half damage?
No,
from
it just
poison
says
spray?
or
No.
take 1d12.
No, because it's a cantrip, not a spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, these poisons lash out. Maybe it's the rain washes it down.
I think it's still new to her. She's
Yeah. Ātukaan.
Yes, Ātukaan is in this really awesome moment right now, armed with his sword. He feels like, again, the raven has pointed him to a purpose, which is, I finally found an opponent to dance with. Shall we dance in the rain? And then, as if just like plies with his sword drawn.
Oh, very nice.
Takes it, just as he, like on his knees, kind of like, you know how you
Yeah,
slide in the
slide.
rain? And it just like swipes at its legs with this divine sword now in his hand. Rolls for a round game. Wait, can I use inspiration?
You use your inspiration.
I think
You're flanking.
I think you've got flanking.
Yes, I would like. Okay.
Or
Yeah.
is it like
No, each session.
Each session.
What'd you get?
I got a 1 on that one, but
No, you missed.
I missed.
You missed completely. The mud sprays as you do this
Yeah.
through the sprays everywhere.
My knees just slide sideways and like away from it. Damn it! And he kind of like almost slides towards this rock.
It looks at Wezley.
You
It
naughty
launches
monster.
itself at Wezley. Both, unfortunately, because you have slid away, you can't get an opportunity to attack Ātukaan.
Yeah.
But Mihan, Reaf
Reaf.
can.
Okay, my instant thought as it launches is to try and grab its tail.
Okay, you can try.
Oh, I'll move these.
I'm thinking dirty.
That's kind of outside the normal rules realms. But what'd you
What
get?
if I got a natural 20?
I would say that it's acceptable.
Yes, please.
Okay, it tries to go for Wezley. You hold it back, and its tongue kind of flicks out towards Wezley, and doesn't do anything. So instead, it reels around on you with its second attack. That was its first attack.
Totally fair.
And rakes its now blood-covered talons across you and misses.
Okay, I matrix out the way in time.
Cool.
Reef really
Alright.
saved my life.
Okay, great.
Coming up from behind Wezley, no one else can see, is a second one. And it's making sure it's got its target right. As its head side to side, its tongue like tasting the air as it slowly moves behind Wezley.
Oh my god. Okay, as I see this, I'm in utter disbelief. I'm freaking out. I'm sweating. Reef just grabs the dagger with her other hand and she wants to run up and kind of body slam this dagger into the axolotl's head. And at the same time she goes, Wezley, turn around! What's the dagger?
It's a +1 to hit and +1 damage.
Oh, it's only a 10.
It's not good enough. Their hide is really tough.
Yeah, I think Reaf just like seeing this, her eyes are so fixed on this other creature that she just slams down into the dirt.
Wezley.
Wezley spins around. He looks around and goes, oh! Oh no! And then he goes, oh! And then he goes, zoop, and it's gone.
Oh.
And then he goes, do. Whoosh. Yeah, he turns into this cloud of mist and then he reappears right there.
Wezley.
Oh my god.
He steps a reaction as well.
Yeah, so that's bonus reaction, bonus action. And as he's here, he looks at this one, and then he gets his hand ready and he flicks a Toll the Dead.
You got a new remote for Toll the Dead. Pull it out. Fails miserably.
Yes.
Roll damage.
Okay,
It's already
great.
hurt.
And because it's already been hurt, I get to roll 1d12. 2.
Okay, thank you. Mihan.
Mihan had her eyes on Wezley, who just spun around and disappeared. She looks at where he was looking at, which is that thing over there behind him. So she says she holds onto her staff and she decides to go with something she is more familiar with. So she goes for an Eldritch Blast.
Come on, Blasty.
Blasty nasty.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14 is not good enough.
Oh!
I'm gonna inspiration it because
Oh,
I
nice.
feel like I just
Come on, my
because
lady.
nothing any-
Come on, old lady. Oh, lady.
Yeah, it just kind of crackles, and she's still getting back into the rhythm and the groove of her
yes.
mahika. So, yeah.
Ātukaan.
Rebel.
Ātukaan looks at his axolotl dance partner once again, and he wants to just step back in to flank him in and go,
nice.
let's try that again. I'm so sorry. I've been out of action for a while. And then he just, again, sword, and then just wants to take a good stab straight up its jaw.
Okay, roll it twice because you got advantage on it.
Okay, twice, come on. 17
Oh, yes.
plus 6.
Yeah.
So that's 23.
Easy, you hit.
Boom. And then 1d8 for damage. Come on. Maximum damage. 5 plus 1. 6. Oh,
You always get a +2 anyway.
Yep.
With your your sword makes you +3 now.
okay, so that's 8.
8 hit.
8 damage as I just feel this power of this new imbued sword.
Good, great. And don't forget you got new abilities.
Yes, I do.
Okay, next round you possibly can use it. Well, the creature that was bearing down on Wezley is confused and tries to sense where you are.
No.
He can't get a hold on you, so leaps for Ātukaan instead.
Oh.
Ātukaan, 4 attacks coming for you.
Oh God.
The first one, teeth, clang on your shield. Claw, you catch that on your shield as well. The one behind you,
Yeah.
it's teeth. So bad, it breaks teeth
That's right.
on your armor.
Yeah, Ātukaan feels it and kind of nudges it off with his shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Come
And then
on.
it rakes you 18.
18. My armor class is 18.
So it hits you.
Dang it. Wait, do I level up from from level 3?
You should be on full hit points.
Yep.
So you should be on 25, right?
Yes.
Not anymore, you've
Not
just
anymore.
taken another 7. And that's them.
Great. Okay, I've landed on the ground,
Yes.
and then I take that dagger that's in my hand, and I try and slice at its feet.
Yes. Foot slice. You have flanking?
You have flanking.
Yes, you do.
I would like to roll. I can't.
You can't,
That's my
that's it, you
advantage. It's a 9.
Yay! You're getting bad rolls.
No, it's not. I was using my. It's a 6.
Wezley's like, oh gosh, he kind of sees his teammates. They're flailing.
They are not doing well.
Like nobody's landing anything. And Wezley's getting panicked. He's like, they'll kill me! Please, do something! As he will kind of like fall back a few more steps, and then he'll just go for another Toll the Dead against this one. Come on.
Fails again.
Yes,
Nice.
great.
Get it.
Okay, he
Get it.
really wants to wring this thing's brains out this time. 10.
Oh my goodness. You wring its brains out.
Yeah, he just like you see like a vibration like run up its spine and his head goes back.
Blood splatters all over Ātukaan. It's like, oh.
Love it.
Yikes.
Mihan.
All right, Mihan kind of takes 1-2 steps over there, and she rummages in her little marble bag of just for a little glass marble. She whispers into it, and she throws it and tries to center from here to go
Okay.
for a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
And cast Shatter.
Oh!
Do you have to make
It's a saving throw.
I love abilities.
Constitution saving throw.
I got a 17.
All right, well, you get half damage.
Okay, roll,
That's
roll,
one.
there we go,
roll the
there we go.
damage.
Come on.
7.
Oh, baby.
what's 8
Oh,
plus
that's
7?
big ones.
15.
15, 16, 17, 20.
Yes.
20.
Baby!
All right, 10 damage.
And
It's piercing, loud, ringing noise, painfully. Yeah, there's there.
yeah, a big loud noise.
Just from this one little marble.
Oh,
And, yeah, it takes a massive blow.
Yeah, and Mihan looks at it and says, "Oh, well, there goes one of my marbles. I hope I don't lose any more."
Ātukaan.
Ātukaan, after seeing his first dance partner's brains explode in front of him, he turns around and goes, I see you come to dance as well in the rain. Okay, phew, and then he just, goes to swipe for his head with a 16 plus 6.
yeah.
No problem.
That's it.
Yes, buddy boy.
1d8 damage, 4 plus 3, 7. But, divine. Wait, no. Can I divine
do smite?
it?
Yeah, you
I
can
want
smite
divine
it.
smite that, yes.
Yeah, add another 8-sided dice onto it.
Nope.
Nice.
3,
So a total of 10.
yes.
It is still up.
Lovely.
It is
Good damage.
still up, and it's its turn.
You dance
It
well.
it doesn't have the opponent that it wants, but you will do.
Okay.
It opens its mouth and its tongue sticks out and shoots out for you.
Nah.
Here you go.
I get a decent roll.
Good one. It sounded nice and wet.
It did. 21.
That hits. Yeah.
Oh,
Ātukaan,
nice.
as he's putting up his shield, it just comes through that little moon crevice and.
And impacts on you,
Yeah.
and you feel a stinging on your neck.
Oh, hello.
And then it tries to run away. You get an opportunity attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get an opportunity attack as it turns and flees.
Yeah, Ātukaan just takes a swing at its body with a 15 plus 6.
You hit it again on its way out.
Sweet. What was my D8 that I had here?
Right in front of you,
Oh, yeah,
buddy.
there it is. Come on. 3 plus 3, 6.
It's still alive.
Oh.
And it's starting to move into the darkness. There's not a lot of light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 40 feet away. It's dim light for you. If it gets in, yeah. All attacks are going to be your attacks are at disadvantage because it's in dim light now.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily my my priority. I instantly look around to see where Wezley is.
Okay. Yep, you see Wezley behind you.
No, you're right. Okay, right. Not a good place to set up camp then. We should go. We need to get out of here now.
Wesley, you doing anything?
Wesley kind of sees that thing running off and he's like, it's going to try and kill me again. I can't sleep knowing that it's out here going to eat my brains. He disappears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and appears here. And as he lands, he just goes, ah! and casts magic missile on this thing.
As it flees.
Actually, I can't do a living spell, but I can do Toll the Dead.
Toll the dead.
Yes.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, it misses.
No.
No.
It's sprinting off into the forest.
Mihan goes for an Eldritch Blast. No, she doesn't. That's a 9.
And Ātukaan.
It's a tree.
He can't attack anymore, can he?
Yes, you can.
Oh, can he?
Oh, we can get it.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, yeah. Ātukaan wants to attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's run away from you. You can run. You can chase it and attack it.
Okay, yes, I am going to chase it. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take a swing at it. Come on. 19! Yes, plus 6. 25.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on. Is it at disadvantage?
His isn't at disadvantage. No. The reason it was at disadvantage for Reaf is because she was so far away. The visibility is bad.
Oh, I didn't. I got you now.
Okay, that's why it was a
I
disadvantage.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I 6 plus 3, 9.
Is enough.
Slay the beast.
Why run away when we were just dancing? And he just swipes at its head and hopefully sees it.
And it is gone.
Oh.
And the creature dies. This blue-skinned, amphibious, not amphibious, but it's yeah, the blood is not red blood.
Whew. And then Ātukaan, as he feels the rain, just pitter-patter, wash over, a little bit of stinging on his neck, but he makes his way back. Oh, he wants to like skewer the head of the thing on his sword as he brings it back to his friends. And he just kind of lobs it in between here and goes, duk, 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 bah. Heads up, it's dead.
Why'd you just bring it over?
Just to show you guys that it no longer will bother us.
Well done, Ātukaan.
good.
Well done.
Good.
Also, I've come across this creature before, or creatures. Remember that dead tree I was telling you about?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, these things come from that tree.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we're nowhere near Liver.
Are there the evil trees over here too?
I don't know, but I think Moketi led us and gave us a clue, and gave us two.
What, you mean Mukete or the ravens that you thought were a good omen?
Oh gosh.
Well, if the ravens didn't point us towards where we need to be, I mean,
We wouldn't have been in danger.
The
I
trees
believe we're
are
on
trying
the
to
right
kill
track.
me. The Vordun are trying to kill me. Is everyone trying to kill me?
no one's trying to kill you, Wezley. Not as long as we.
That is categorically untrue.
So untrue. So many people are trying to
Ātukaan.
kill Wezley.
Ātukaan, a lot of people are trying to kill Wezley right now. I'm surprised that you're not wanting to kill him too.
I'm glad you're not.
I'm glad we are all on the same page. You're still alive,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yes, and honestly, thank you, Ātukaan. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Perception rolls, for, not Ātukaan, the rest of you.
1.
13.
Oh, 5.
Mihan.
We.
On Ātukaan's neck, there is a mark.
Like a.
Like a black stain on his neck. There's a small cut, but around that small cut, there's a little bit of blood coming from where he was hit, but there's definitely a black mark.
Mihan immediately just like hands on.
What are you doing? Wait,
What? Are you feeling any pain, Ātukaan?
No.
What is this?
not at all. Just, I think it's just a scratch. That thing.
Black liquid, you say?
Yeah, black. Yeah.
She touches the black liquid.
His skin, some of the liquid comes off, but his skin is stained with this blackness.
Does this look familiar to me?
Yeah. A little bit. It's a bit slobbery.
It's okay. I will heal in time.
This does not look very good. Do you feel all right, Ātukaan?
Yeah. I think the adrenaline's still pumping in his veins. I am fine.
Yeah.
Fit for the next part of our quest.
You certainly don't feel any damage or weakness from the injury at all. Nothing, no poisoned or anything like that.
Reaf looks down at the head of the creature that Ātukaan's just flopped down, and she like wraps her hand in her cloak, and she holds its tongue, and she just slices it, just to see if just to examine it for like poison,
Okay, great.
which she is proficient in.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Love that.
medical. You need to do a medicine roll though, because you're
Sure.
trying to do something vaguely medical.
That's 6, 7.
Look, it's possible, but it's really hard to tell. It's raining, it's wet, this isn't the best conditions. I'm sorry, you just can't tell anything really categorical.
Right. Look, I don't. It looks like poison. Reminds me of bricks, but I have no idea. I can't really see.
Does it look magical?
Look, it's too, if you want to do a medical examination as well, feel free.
I would like to make a medical exam.
If anyone wants to do some medicine rolls on it,
How you gonna see your neck?
Never mind, I don't see anything.
Bring a hand mirror with you.
I will look.
I look at the tongue.
And I got a natural 20.
Yeah. I mean, I
Dr. Mihan
I
is
got
at
a
the house.
19.
Let's go, Dr. Lee.
You know.
look,
It's
the
pretty
tongue
good.
has like a barb on the end of it. And it's clear that the tongue, that there's a special vein that is attached to that barb on the tongue. That's definitely been what has attached to his neck and almost tattooed this mark under his skin.
You wouldn't want to make out with that, would you?
Well, it just tried to kiss your neck, so.
This thing's venomous. It's not rot or disease that you're being afflicted by. It's actual poison, venom.
We don't know how many of them are out here. I don't think we should be sitting here like ducks.
I agree.
How much further can we travel?
I don't know. What do I want to do? Stay here or go?
I wish we had a map of some sort. I'm not familiar with these woods.
Ugh. Yeah, Wezley's really unsure what to do. He's really fears for his own safety, but he can't imagine how much longer they can travel in the rain at night, exhausted. And so he's kind of like, he just wants someone else to make the decision, and just go, oh.
All right, Wes, we'll just stay here. Reaf just starts, she grabs her rope out of her backpack and she just starts to kind of like pull up a rope that she's going to fasten like her big cloak to, which is quite large.
It is? Yeah, nice.
So that she can form some kind of like teepee.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
And you
that's
start
good.
making a shelter.
in the trees, like with the branches and like put some leaves on leaves on leaves.
Right.
Gets a fire going.
Fire.
And
In the rain.
No, or under the shelter. Could I start a fire?
and the camera,
Little dry wood.
our camera pans away, leaving the four of you and Brex huddled in the rain in the middle of the darkness. And with that, we will finish our episode. Nice work, guys!
Good work, GG.
GG, team GG.
GG.
All right, so thanks for joining us on our quest, everyone. It's wonderful to have you with us.
Yay!
If you've just joined us, welcome. We're Dice Legends, and it's nice to have you with us. Before we say goodbye, it's customary for us to acknowledge the people that allow us to make our show possible. First of all is our followers and subscribers. Thank you very much for following us and subscribing. We appreciate it. Without your subscriptions, we wouldn't exist.
Exactly. Patreons are pretty cool. You know, if you want to be cool, maybe you're gonna join that club of Patreons. There's tiers to which you can give to us. So maybe you can manage a little, maybe you can manage a lot. But if you do choose to give to us, we really appreciate it.
We really do.
Helps us do this awesome thing.
Yay! And you know what? You get that 10% off the merch. That's all I'm gonna say about it. You know what to do.
10% of that.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
Yum.
As well as our Patreons and our subscribers, we also are really fortunate to have a beautiful collection of sponsors, and we really encourage you to support our sponsors because they support us. And the first is we've got a brand new sponsor. This is our first week, Minstrel. And I'll just put it down here in the front. It's going to be the camera's going to be focused on it. Put some dice in there so you can see, and they produce handcrafted, beautiful accessories made out of the finest hardwoods and Italian leather. If you go to their website, it's very simple. It's just minstrel.store, and you can see they've got these beautiful. They've got dice bags. They've got dice containers. They've got. I haven't used it today, but they've also got a couple of different types of dice trays from these ones, which are this simple, packable leather, like solid leather. And then they also have some ones that are made out of hardwood with Italian leather. So anyway, head to them, and if you use the code DiceLegends25, you get 25% discount.
That is a hefty discount.
That's pretty good.
No matter the weather, it's made of leather.
Oh, and Buddy,
Oh, yo, yes. Also, I want to thank the Oath of the Sun's Wrath and Moketi as being. Sorry. Our sponsors, yes. BD&D, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a lot of their help. And so they can be there for you as well, whether you're looking for board games, Magic the Gathering cards, dice scrolls, etc., etc. But yes, BD&D is the place to be if you really want to get into some D&D.
So true.
Yeah.
Dice, did you say the
Dice Legenz, that's right, think of us, Legends, and then Dice, put them together, Dice Legends, that's your discount for 10%, not 50.
yeah, cool.
Yeah. We just want to say a big thank you as well to D20 Collective. They supply a whole bunch of really cool dice. It is the end of the month, so they've got their last bits of July dice, special dice that are up. And then next week even, we're going to have their August
dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you want a discount from them as well, then you can just put in 10 legends into the checkout, and then you just know that we got your back. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, D20 Collective.
And a big shout out to World Anvil, who are also one of our awesome sponsors. They are your ultimate tool for building your world settings for your TTRPGs and novels. I know that there are a whole bunch of world builders out there in our audience.
There really are.
Yeah. You might be able to chat about it on some of our streams that we do throughout the week with Vahid. But you'll see Vahid using World Anvil live on those streams. So I heartily encourage you go check out exactly what World Anvil can do. I use it, Vahid uses it.
Yep. And tomorrow on a world building stream, I'm going to use. They've got templates for magical items, and we're going to be creating some new magical items.
Nice.
There are other ways that you can support us as well, like if you strapped for cash, just go to the YouTube channel, hit us with a like and comment and share. Doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps on the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally, want to say thank you to our moderators, and thank you to the tech team. Thanks, Luca. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Luca and Jason.
Thank you.
Who was on moderator today? Was it Mythical Tyrion?
We had
I think
Mythical
so,
was
yeah.
in
Thanks,
there.
Mythical.
I'm not sure if maybe Faye was in there as well.
I think I'm noticing Faye.
So yeah, great. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Oh, wait, one last thing. In a week and a bit, we're starting there's a new series starting on a Monday night in the Northern Hemisphere on a Tuesday. It's called, have you got it ready? Yep. It's called The Gauntlet. Put some scary music on for me, Luca.
Oh.
The Gauntlet.
Can't wait.
What D&D class is best in a dungeon? We've gathered 16 professional Dungeons & Dragons players from around the world who are going to enter an impossible dungeon called the Gauntlet. Every week for 4 weeks, a single class party will go, and the first is the party of clerics.
They got
And check out these incredible players that we've got with us. We've got Masood, we've got Fall Cosplay, we've got Kelly. Yep, go through them, thank you.
Cosplay.
And we've got the crowned DM. These guys are incredible. Kelly's from Dork Tales. Gonna go through. None of them will survive. But how far will they get? And then next week, Team Fighters will come in. They will not survive either, but how far will they get?
Pretty good.
And then there's Team Rogues, and finally Team Wizards.
Go Team Wizards. They'll either die in the first room or they'll win.
All right. That's what we've got coming up really soon.
Whoa.
Much love to you all.
Nice.
Catch you next time. See you later.
Bye.
Get out of the
See you later.